Hello and welcome to Rolling Escapades, episode number 60. We are playing the Storm King's Thunder campaign, Dungeons & Dragons, 7 of us, 8 of us, there's 8 people, there's 7 players, in a garage, in a forest.
Hello! Hello!
Hello!
Nah, it's definitely suburban London.
Desti is our sponsor. They do awesome chainmail goodies. We've got these cool little chainmail key rings, which are pretty sweet. And we have dice bags, chainmail dice bags, which are absolutely freaking amazing. There is a link in the description below if you want to go click on that and look through the other things. It does a whole bunch of various things, accessories, dice bags, key rings, custom orders, things like that. Pretty awesome. So go click on that. You will also find in the description a link to our fundraising page for the Fundraiser 2018. We are doing 48 hours of board and tabletop gaming to raise money for Minds, the mental health charity. Click on the link and it's Friday the 24th of August at 12 PM until Sunday the 26th of August, 12 PM. Those times will probably change on the days because we are terrible.
What,
But-
15 minutes?
Yeah. But please do click and donate. Every little bit helps. They are an awesome company who do charity who do awesome things. Because who doesn't like helping people who have mental health issues and helping those around them, because it's also a bitch to deal with people who have mental health issues. We will be streaming it on twitch.tv/FURN gaming. That information is all in the donation page. There might be another link to a sort of landing page of sorts, which shows all the games we're playing and who's playing and the times, estimated times, but I make no promises. Covered all the things?
Yes. I was trying not to do it when you were speaking.
You got a 20.
Fuck!
Actually, most of your numbers are double digits.
Yeah.
Except for all these ones!
Well, that's a 6.
That's
There
Oh,
are-
it
there are
is!
only
That's
six.
okay. But that's a 1!
There are like 4 or 5 ones there.
And that's another 1!
Yeah, but your D20s all have double figures,
Yeah.
which means you've got rid of those for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a 9 on
So
that
use
one.
that
fun.
purple one.
Last time. Oh, hey, we have the whole party again. For
Yay!
the
Yeah.
first time in like 2 months.
But only missing our sanity.
We've been
We
missing
never
that for a
had
long
that,
time. Yeah, that one's been a long time running.
Away from us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got there.
we have the confirmation. Bounty combatant is in fact Flint's feat of choice. So
Lunatic.
we will see what ends. Although there is some rules clarifications to do there, so that may change in the next episode after we've done the rules clarifications in this. But that's fine because you can't use it yet anyway. So
Mount a giant.
Just you wait till I get a horse.
Mount the gnome! Mount the gnome!
I don't think the gnome will carry him.
Do it anyway.
We need to get the donkey awakened.
Awaken the gnome, awaken the
Awaken
gnome.
Boris.
Not the donkey.
Awaken Boris.
I spotted.
No.
Yeah, I can't tell without my glasses.
Oh, irony. So, last time, you guys finished your discussion about what you're going to do with Mayaga and the Dawn Titan. Eventually, Uriel opened the forge and Snap sucked it into the flask. However, upon entering the flask, it sort of shook and got very hot, and Snap became aware that he currently had it contained, but should it be released, he would not have control over it. It is too powerful for the flask to actually control.
Helpful metaphor to nuclear arms.
From there, you flew to the Moonwood and delivered the elf, who got picked up by her people. They didn't really say anything to you, but just sort of left. You guys initially were a bit miffed because you didn't get anything. And then you left the glade with the waterfall and suddenly gained a whole bunch of charms on a whole bunch of weapons. So everyone now has a giant slayer something. Flint also has a dragon slaying something. And Sasha has dragon and giant slaying bolts. There was 10 of each? 10 of each, yeah. You only have like 8 dragon left now.
Yes.
But then they went to Felbar, said that they cleaned out Iron Slag, gave them the Dreadnought head as proof. The King and Queen of Felbar accepted that and said they were going to build you the tower. You also informed them that Adbar had probably some dodgy dwarves in it, and asked if you asked them to pass the warning forward, which they said they would do. You did some shopping, got some armor and some weapons and some potions. And then decided you would fly to the Eye of the Allfather again, and see if you can ask some more questions, because you had some things you wanted to find out what you were going to find at Maelstrom and where the Great Sandwich was and a few other things.
Where's that sandwich?
Oh, you want to know what Iymrith was up to?
We know
That'd have been helpful. That'd have been fucking helpful.
Yeah.
She's in the court where you was going, lads.
Oh, fuck.
She's currently murdering royalty.
Nothing new there.
So you flew to the Eye.
Just
You went and discovered you couldn't open the door because you're not giants. So you decided to teleport to Maelstrom. So you did, and you left your cultist ship there, where they're just currently waiting for you guys to come back.
It's alright. There'll be war practice by the time we get back.
While waiting.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good at it already. They've already done a shit ton of it.
We'll turn up from behind them. They'll be like, "Eh?
What the shit? Where'd you come from?
Around the sky.
So you arrived
Through
at
deck.
you arrived at Maelstrom to the sounds of music and singing. You climbed up the giant ass staircase to work out what was going on. Found a room in which there were 2 fully grown storm giants, 2 slightly younger female storm giants, a frost giant, a fire giant, a cloud giant, and a stone giant. And you all went back downstairs and were like, oh, okay, what are we doing?
No, we just went
we
up.
stayed up there.
We just
Okay,
went,
did
we just
you
went
go,
up
did
and
you go
revealed
straight
ourselves.
in?
There was a
Yeah.
little conflab on the stairs quietly. And then
Oh,
went
that's
up.
right, yeah. You peered up the top of the stairs and then sort of ducked back down a bit.
And then basically everyone went, should we just say hello?
Yes. So you did. You had a
We are
brief.
here on a diplomatic mission.
Yes. You did. You had a brief conversation with the 2 sisters. It was revealed. I don't know if you got both their names.
Bitch 1, bitch 2.
That's certainly
Yeah.
what we refer to them
Um,
colloquially.
But you wrote some insight. You got some reads on them to realise that they were not entirely forthright. But they told you they'd try and get you a audience with their sister, who was the current ruling, their younger sister, who was the current ruling head of Maelstrom.
I think they lied.
Hmm.
I get a feeling anyway.
Yeah.
Did you find out why the younger sister was in charge and not the older sisters?
Oh yes, they told you because she was named heir,
Okay.
and they were not happy about it.
Mm.
One of them escorted you. Oh no, one of them asked their storm giant guards to escort you down to the guest rooms where you went happily. Had a bit of a discussion, decided you didn't want to wait there, cast invisibility, and made your way back upstairs. As you did so, you passed one of the sisters and all of the other giants that were in that room making their way downstairs, and you decided it was a good idea. You left.
You just hugged the wall like,
Yeah, you all hugged a wall and just watched them go by like, oh shit. You then went for the big corridor in the room where you originally saw them all. Got the 2 idiot stone giants to open the doors. Which isn't difficult.
Stone or
hill giants.
Sorry, hill giants. Sorry.
One of them was a mattress.
Which isn't difficult because they're dumb.
Very good.
You went in, you saw
Duvet.
4 storm giants in there. One of them is the sister you already seen. Another you were assuming sister because it looked familiar in appearance.
Good work.
She was sitting on a big obsidian throne with 4 dragon skulls at the base of it and a big like scepter around her neck, which I believe Sasha was able to identify what it was and things. I was like, oh shit, that thing's powerful.
How I knew it, I just did.
Research and
Because
shit.
you're
You
bad.
accidentally
You rolled
found
well.
it out. Yeah. From there, you went and sat and watched as there was also another female storm giant and a male storm giant. The sister who wasn't on the throne was like, "Oh my god, the small folk here to kill you," and you guys were like,
Bitch now.
"Yeah." But she then left, and then you guys approached what was the 3 remaining store giants and just appeared. Hello. Yes. The Maelstrom giant immediately took up a defensive stance between you and the
Queen?
princess, technically.
Yeah.
Regent.
Yeah.
And was like, you shouldn't trust them because they're small folk. And she was like, no, I want to hear what they have to say. You had a bit of a conversation. The other storm giants slipped up a little bit in their speaking. Snap's wand was going mental. And you eventually all deducted that probably wasn't a storm giant.
Bitch be a spy.
Yeah. Bitch be a spy.
I hear that you actually said that.
I actually said that. It was like, bitch be a spy. Oh look, it was a dragon!
Yeah,
I'm
right
fucking
when I went to go
right.
and take a piss too. So I leave, nice diplomatic conversation, I come back, oh, roll initiative. What?
So you start to fight. Kultha, or as you now better know her to be, Iymrith, grabbed the scepter from around Serissa's neck, which paralyzed Serissa to the throne, and you guys laid into Iymrith quite
something
brutally, and she looked nonplussed by it,
The entire time.
to say the least. And eventually she left, just disappeared. You don't know where she's gone, but you know she's gone.
How much damage did we do to her? It was like
100 plus,
350
100
or something?
plus. I think there's some 80s in there, possibly.
I just did a
There
lot of like
There was-
really damage attack
you
on
did-
one
you
of
did
them.
a lot.
was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did enough to kill, or knock out most of the party, and she just wasn't even phased. Like, nothing touched her.
The 29 AC is hard to hit.
Yeah, a little bit difficult.
I had to
Terrifying.
crit to be able to hit her.
Terrifying. Yeah, same.
But you had to,
Yeah.
you had to crit and you.
That's the only way you
Yeah,
can hit. is if you
19,
crit.
20. I crit on 19, so I had
Yes.
to crit to be able to hit her.
Yes. 23 was missing her, and then 24 through to 28 were missing her when she shielded.
Yeah.
That's why you do saves.
She's a bit
Oh.
tough to fight, weirdly enough.
I can't imagine why.
So remember that for next time. Just count the spell with shield.
Yeah.
It's probably the same.
Be like, we'll take the damage of this. Ow!
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
before we counterspelled the something which probably would have killed the guy instantly.
It's Hellish Rebuke.
You can't spell a very high level, a level 7 hellish rebuke against Flint.
I
endorse this.
It's only 80-10, 70-10.
All the D10.
It's level 1 spell does 2d10.
Yeah.
Actually, it should be 8d10, I think.
Yeah.
You're welcome anyway.
Yes, that was
You would've
following up
taken
from
it.
that
I
was
might have taken half that. No, I'd have taken full damage.
yeah. That
It
was
would've
following
hurt.
up
I
from
thought you
you.
take half from magical damage.
I do, but I don't think Hellish Rebuke is a spell.
No, it is.
Yeah,
Oh, then I'd have
it's
to
not
half
a
damage.
spell.
Yeah.
Still, though,
that was
that's a
that was
backbone.
following up from you critting her and doing 100 and something damage in a single hit.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that.
No, so she was like, "Yeah, you can burn."
Those numbers were stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I took the opportunity to dump a second level smite into it. I thought, "Great, this is what you're gonna do." Or actually, I think I put a third level smite in.
Third would have been the highest.
Yeah, I put a third level smite in and then just proper
Plus
obliterate
Dragon
her.
Slayer sword.
Plus the Dragon Slayer shit. I rolled dice for a long time.
Yeah, there were quite a lot of dice. And great
but-
weapon master. And
Yeah, great weapon fighting, rerolling 1s and 2s, whatever. But eventually she left. She just disappeared, and that's where we ended. So you are standing in the throne room. Uther is trying to get Serissa off of the throne. I assume, Snap, you dropped concentration on
I was
Fog
about
Cloud.
to say, yeah, I
Fog
dropped
Cloud's
Fog
just
Cloud.
gone.
Oh,
The one's no longer vibrating.
yeah, you said that
yeah.
at the end of it.
Uther.
It instantly
Oh.
went.
Yeah.
Setting the scene, is she like is she just paralysed in place, or is there something
She's just
covering her?
paralyzed in place. She's not moving.
There are eyes moving.
Her eyes are moving. There's some slight panic to her eyes.
Right, okay.
But the just gonna quickly read Cloud Eyes. Can it? They can't move. Can't speak. But what you are doing is you actually turn to properly look at it. You realise where Uther is trying to get to her to try and pull her off the throne. His hands aren't reaching her. There seems to be some sort of field or barrier around the chair that is stopping him from actually touching her.
You know what that is? That field might be.
Magical.
Yeah.
Would you allow us to attempt to free her?
He looks at her. She makes eye contact and steps back. He's still holding his trident out.
Yeah.
So as he
Snap
I
forwards.
look at Snap and go, only one of us will approach. And then just look at Snap.
I'm just like,
Pushing forwards.
As he tries to free her,
please.
he
I
was
have
a-
Dispel Magic, don't worry.
to touch the throne?
It's all good. Wait,
Sorry?
you can do it at different
Was he
levels.
able to touch the throne?
No.
So
Can't
highest?
touch the throne, can't touch her. The bobble is
Yeah?
around the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Wait, I can only do
It's
it.
going to be more than level 3 spell. So
Yeah, just
as
do it
high
at
as you
the
can.
highest you can.
I can do 6 levels.
Yeah,
Seems like
do it.
one of the few
Wait,
giants not trying to kill us now can't walk.
Yes.
I think he's going to fix that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 6th level on that.
Okay.
Would you like me to try and talk to her first using message? You don't
Yeah,
have to be able to speak to actually respond.
I've got message too if you want me to. but
Just
yeah.
Dispel
No, we
Magic.
just
I'll
need, we need
try-
to get her
no,
out
just
of
Dispel Magic.
It may
Cool.
have brought about
Um,
some of my favourite
As you
sweets
cast
on
Dispel
there.
Magic, I would like you to please make a charisma
At
check.
6th level.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a powerful
If
charm.
this is an
It's
artifact.
like, if you'd rolled it at 9, I still think you'd probably
Roll
do
20
make
and
the
break
check.
the orb
Yeah,
on the share.
'cause I
Just
don't-
bust it.
Yeah, because
You got it.
I do,
That's
yeah.
fine. I assume you're trying to. You're not suppressing the actual chair. You're suppressing the barrier because you can pick you can pick an
Oh.
effect.
Well,
I thought
if
it
you're
spelled
boring.
effects.
I thought it's everything.
You can
in there.
pick an object, a creature, or a magical effect.
yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
Dispel
just,
Magic.
yeah, just the
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever is restraining her.
Ooh.
Got a point of luck?
That's not gonna.
That won't do it. It's
Got-
that's
Oh,
a
do you have an inspiration?
Do you have a point of
no,
luck?
I don't. That's a 2.
Oh.
That's a 2. Yeah. So
Jesus.
so that's like
Yes.
a 7 or
Plus
something.
3, so
Yeah. 5 is not enough. You cast a spell.
weirdly enough.
Whatever it is that is holding her there is very powerful.
Uriel, can
I can give it a go.
you try?
No, that's too strong.
I mean, you probably could with enough attempts.
I'm going to give it a
But
go.
then that's-
And look, with a level
Like
6
royal
Dispel
D20.
Magic.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Wait,
roll a
I
charisma
could. I
check.
have like 10 sorcery points left.
Oh, it's alright.
Just get these spells
And
on.
the sorcery points later. Oh god.
Oh, there we go.
I got 17.
Plus 5.
Oh, +5, not 17. Okay.
Nice.
I
it's
think
actually-
I think it's
Yeah,
more
because
than
it's plus 5.
Oh no, Jack of all trades.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's 5 plus
7?
I think +7. Yeah, what's your proficiency bonus?
4.
Four.
Yeah, so you add
yeah.
7. So
24.
24. The magical barrier is suppressed, weirdly enough.
I'd hope.
Yeah,
that,
it's just.
that 15th level spell dropped.
yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah. At which point, Uther steps forward and grasps her hand and happily pulls her out of the chair.
Hey.
I didn't even have to check his.
Can she
I
move?
don't. He pulls her off, yeah, so
And
she's able to move again.
Okay,
She gets
right,
off the
good.
chair. I don't have to look up his stats to check if he can do that. That number was enough.
It had a lot of large features in it.
Yeah.
I've used up my spell.
There's also a storm giant, which I believe is strength 30.
Something like that.
So I didn't even have to look
I've
if
used my
he's
only
got
6th level spell. But yeah, that was
like
Yeah.
proficiency in athletics. He got a 27 on the roll.
Wow.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Are you okay, Serissa?
She
I don't remember what her name was.
sort of stands up, rubs her neck a little bit. There's a bit of a groove around her neck where the necklace got snapped. It was pulled with some force.
I can heal you if you require some healing.
Doesn't look injured. There's just like a welt.
I'm just asking
Yeah.
to come across the nice person.
That's fine.
I'm gonna watch the
Nice.
Uther
Lies
is,
and deceit.
sort of checking, making sure she's all right. When she eventually is like, Uther, uncle, it's fine. You can.
Did you just say uncle?
She did just say uncle. Yes.
Oh,
Good, because we didn't know that.
She did the speak to the hand thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sort of pushes him to the side. He steps back, glares down at you lot, and puts his trident away.
Hey, trust!
So have you any
That's a
idea
win.
where your brother is?
We're not despised anymore.
I assume.
No, we just hated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still glaring at you,
Yeah.
but he's not.
Murderous.
He's not holding a weapon anymore. I was going to say he's not openly hostile, but that's still a lie.
He's not openly armed.
He's sheathed his weapon.
I know that a lot has happened to you just now, but I feel like in a few seconds, people are going to burst through that door trying to kill us.
So I was wondering where my sisters were.
Trying to kill us.
Well, her and the
Rest
other
of them.
giants that were visiting here were heading towards where we were sent to.
A cabal, you might even say.
The other giants will do what the royal family asks whilst within our keep. There is not much they can do to fight back. So it's not something I'm going to hold against them. But yes, I'm fine, thank you. And no, we don't know where my father is.
Hey, you've heard of Iymrith, right?
The name rings a
I
bell.
mean, if you didn't get that now, that was her.
I took a guess, yes.
This is almost like a beacon to her, in a way. It started vibrating crazy when she was close, and that's just stopped,
Could we use that to scry where she is?
potentially. But she also knows where I am.
She is probably protected from scrying magic. That'll be one of the reasons why she has survived as long as she has.
Do we still have that necklace to
Yes.
prevent scrying?
I ain't wearing it.
Yes.
Why aren't
Yes,
you?
we didn't sell us.
It'll explode.
Purely because it's attunement and my other items are so powerful. He wouldn't do that.
And Iymrith won't be able to watch us.
So, just to go back to things we asked before, did we get any idea of where, when and where the king might have gone?
No.
No,
We know vaguely how long
Oh,
he's been
only closed
missing,
the
but
world.
we don't
Adopted,
know
yeah.
where the fuck he might be.
Probably
No.
in Iymrith's lair.
Yeah.
Do you know why
Part of
Iymrith
his
wanted
hoard,
the
her hoard.
necklace you had on?
because it allows me to control the throne. Without the scepter, the throne cannot be controlled.
What does
What
the
will you-
throne
Yeah.
do?
It is
Floats.
a very powerful artifact.
That's well and good, but what does the artifact do?
Well, I can.
It does this, it does this, it does this.
Does it make the tea in the morning?
This.
I mean, if it doesn't make you
I
breakfast
can
in bed,
make-
is it
it has a
really
cup
a
holder.
throne?
I can make the dragon skulls fire lightning bolts.
Ooh,
That's pretty badass.
that is pretty cool.
I can use it to
Dragon skulls
fly.
with lasers.
I can move through earth and stone as if they weren't there. I can use it to cast Globe of Vulnerability.
Holy shit.
And I can create the image of an ancient blue dragon that will fight alongside me.
Our throne is badass as fuck. Wow, that's the most powerful inanimate object we've ever come across.
Yeah, suddenly priorities have shifted from what we don't really care about the throne.
Wait, does it
We
Yeah,
want the
this is
throne.
the
Does
throne.
the throne move?
Steal that chair.
I think you can move it.
If I had the scepter, the coronal scepter, I could move it, but unfortunately that now lies with Iymrith.
But, okay.
Oh, bad.
You mentioned
Actually,
something about there
it's
being
bad.
other artifacts tied to the throne.
There are
when you told us
nine
about
more of them, but those have been lost.
it. But you found one of them.
My mother found one on a fluke.
Okay, that's not so helpful.
Has someone got locate
Um,
object?
Well, if you don't
They
mind
are
asking,
protected from
Okay.
divination.
where
Of course they are.
where was your mother last? Now that before Iymrith happened.
She was found among a cluster of islands that you small folk tend to refer to as the Red Rocks.
What map?
Who
Yeah.
would know where that is?
Yeah.
Get my old out-of-date map out.
How many of these islands are there?
You dropped it again, didn't you?
That's not going to be on here, is
So
it?
if it's
My
red,
damage
I'm going to have to
guys.
hurt you.
That's purple rocks.
You're fine. You don't have one.
Iymrith's lair in the desert.
Don't know.
We don't know where it is. But
We
yes,
did.
Whose?
we know it's that direction, we don't know
Well, it was in the-
that. Yeah, but it's
Not where in that desert.
but
that's
yeah,
what-
it's over that way, it's where we think it is. Do we actually know where on the planet we are?
Sort of close. Oh, Maelstrom? No, you have no idea where you are right now.
Where are we?
That was literally, I was just
I was thinking
preempting
about
me
this,
asking
yeah.
where we were. 'Cause I didn't think we knew
I
where
would
it is.
say most of you will know of Red Rocks because it is. That's Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
It's-
Red Rocks.
Oh.
next,
Very
it's-
much
it's
not far
quite
away.
up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
not far at all for people
Right, it's
there.
not
That's
far.
the
Miles.
distance.
Okay.
More than a couple of miles.
No, it's a couple of hundred miles.
Oh right, yeah.
I think we know where either
still have the
water,
contact?
at least,
Yeah.
somewhere
Huh?
in Europe.
So,
Okay, so
whereabouts actually are we?
Long
We
rest.
are in Maelstrom.
I still don't know where that is. It's
It
not on my map.
is a place inside the trackless sea. It lies between the islands of Whalebones, the Corin Archipelago, and Reatham.
I just,
Aha, those are all places.
I just.
We have
In
no
the sea.
sailors, so
Hang
I
on,
just
hang on,
sort
hang
of
on.
look
Say that
around
again.
like.
In between Whalebones and where now? Oh no, I got you.
You left your sailor back in prison.
How
I'm just
do
like,
we leave here and where would we appear if we left?
Can we get back?
I can send you places. We have an ability. They have a room here that I can use to teleport you.
More circles.
Can you teleport us to the eye?
I can.
Pay the parking ticket.
Could we borrow one of your giants as well?
I can teleport you to wherever you wished to be teleported to.
If we could have the giant who was guarding the room we were thrown in.
Yeah, just could we borrow one of them for 20 minutes and to trip to the eye? We can't open the door.
Well, are you looking for clues to find my father?
Yes.
Yes.
I have one.
What?
Oh.
She has a clue.
A clue
And
or a
they-
relic? Because we've got a few of those.
She
about
sort of reaches
time.
into her pouch and she pulls out. It's really small in her fingers because it would be small in our fingers. You're
Is it a
talking.
rune?
Oh.
No, it's a small little disc.
Alright.
Was it like a ball bearing almost?
Probably. I don't have something that's the right size.
No bigger
Size
than
of the
like a
D20
penny
or
or something.
Bearing shield.
It's
Like
about
D20?
it's about that big.
Okay. So it's like a golf ball.
20 piece?
Except it's a
But flat.
disc.
She's
Yeah,
got a GameCube disc.
it's a thing like that.
Oh
It's-
my
I was
god.
thinking PSP.
It's a pog.
Yes.
Which, of seeing her storm giant
It
sized
just-
fingers, she's trying to hold this tiny little bit of wood.
She's not sure she's actually holding the thing because she can't see it.
Yeah. Which she sort of just puts down on the floor rather than drive past to one of you. She just puts
Can
it
I have a
down.
look at it?
So was that a clue or a relic?
That is a clue. So what it is, it's a wooden coin painted with a golden goose insignia.
Can
Do I
I
recognise what it's from? and
roll
pin
a,
it
like a
on?
history check to recognise?
Yes.
or
all
provide
of you, if you
one or the other.
everyone make a history check.
11.
No.
Fuck me.
This-
Straight up no.
20 in total.
Yes.
Less.
This was found near where my mother's corpse was found. It's the only bit of information
By
we
the red
have.
rocks. What is it?
By the red rocks, yes.
Ah.
Skills.
It's
Oh, okay.
if this
So
is-
it was
15.
by her body.
By her body. I don't know what it
Don't know
means,
what it stands
but hopefully you can
So
find
it's
something.
history,
right.
yeah?
yeah.
Alton, what'd you get?
9 plus 2, so 11.
11? Cool. Good to
20
know.
in total.
Huh?
What, on the history?
History, yeah.
Yeah, 20 in total.
20, cool.
Hey!
2, cool.
I rolled a nat 1, so.
Cool.
15.
I feel slightly
15,
better
11.
about my 9.
Uh-huh.
11.
11, cool.
30.
30, cool.
Fuck me!
So-
out of the gate.
I rolled a 19.
He's written a book on this.
Alton,
Yeah, his thesis basically, really.
Alton, Fenrir, and Uriel.
And we've read the book.
I
Um,
robbed them.
Did you roll a 9?
Plus 2, yes. But it's probably something vaguely connected to
Yeah,
what
you-
you-
it's not connected to Waterdeep, but it is connected to gambling.
Ah, yes, that will do.
That'll explain why I know nothing on it.
Ah,
Yes.
That's probably I owe someone some of those.
It is a looking at it. It's some sort of gambling chip.
So
Is what it
it's
is.
like a poker chip.
Yeah, it's essentially a poker chip, but it's a custom made for a specific location poker chip. You're not sure where. You know it's not Waterdeep though. It'll be somewhere else.
So you said it was wooden with a blue.
Have you got
With
that
a golden
golden
goose.
Golden goose.
Golden Goose insignia. So that's what you
Which map do you want?
somehow know about this. I don't know how. Maybe you accidentally spotted it, or you spoke to someone and they told you about it. This comes from you're not sure where exactly it's based, but this is a wooden chip used for a gambling casino of sorts based in Yartar.
Oh, lovely.
I do tell them
That
that I'm
makes
pretty sure
sense.
this is from a gambling place in Yartar.
Oh, what?
Do I still have that favour?
No, we used
You
it.
used
I
it.
used them.
Yeah, you used it to get the
The
sword.
giant slaying sword.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't know the teleportation circle there.
It does.
It does, yes.
Well, she could take us there anyway.
So, are we going straight
get our
there,
shit back.
or are we going back to our people waiting for us?
Yeah, I think we should go back and get
I mean,
the
we
ship
have
first.
no other way of contacting them, so
We
we
go
Yeah, we
back
can
there.
just buy a sending scroll in Yartar.
But we have flying ship.
just one
It could
more.
also be worth looking at red rocks.
Can we use the conch
How much
to
do you?
come back here
What
again?
level setting?
Yes, after we've rested
3.
Once per day, isn't it?
Yeah.
once per dawn.
Which makes it what?
Bear with.
700 gold.
Dawn. I can't check.
At dawn, we're gone.
A dawn we plan.
Did we end up using all the scrolls we got from the wizard ages ago, by the way?
Props.
Don't know. I don't.
No, I don't think so.
I don't have scrolls. I just have gold. I've got. I have money and valuables, not scrolls.
That's if anyone actually remembers what they did. Wasn't one of them like water walking or some stuff?
Yes.
Can I listen out for
I think fly
angry
as
people
well.
coming to
Yeah,
the,
not-
to the throne
Oh
room?
yeah, that's as you start to start listening, that's about to appear. Bear with.
Okay.
There's a bear.
Do
about
we
to
hear
appear.
them before they enter?
You do because they're quite loud.
We can go and
But
visit.
they're still just gonna
Nah, it's
mostly just appear.
Yeah, I'm
we
just
get,
gonna stand
we
there.
get to watch some giants have an argument over us. It'll
A
be fun.
3rd level spell scroll is going to cost you 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Damn.
Also, we can't actually afford a third level spell scroll.
But you can rob one.
Or we could just go back to the eye and get our ship.
I'm not saying I'm against this. Just
Someone else might be.
you might.
Were you making a tower out of books?
No,
I
it's
was gonna
making
use
a domino.
dominoes.
Oh. Same kind of concept, but different way.
Horizontally, not vertically.
Apparently, I have 115 gold.
We currently have 500 gold, 1,042 silver pieces. Why is it not 48? 420 electrum, 2,000. No. Yeah.
Which we're not touching.
26,005 copper.
What, the 420
could-
electrum?
Yeah.
Convert the
That's like
420
20. That's
electrum.
like 20 gold.
Okay.
He likes it though.
26,000, you say?
Yeah.
Is it 10 copper to silver?
260 gold.
So that'll be
Oh, 260.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we would actually have
Top
enough. Just depending if we sold the electrum as
we're
well.
not selling the electrum.
We are.
No, we're not.
Why?
420.
I'm getting slightly protective over the silver being almost 1,048. And no one else gets that. Oh no, we've got one in the corner.
Are you talking
I got it.
as in...
Thank you. Because it's got the right
1048?
numbers.
Yeah.
AKA it's a gig.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, it's one in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because space 64 minutes.
1,040. 1,024, isn't it?
Yes, shut up. I know what I'm doing. There's too many numbers.
2,040.
Serissa, just before shit hits the fan, does say, if you need a message sent to someone, I can do that too.
Oh, that would be very helpful.
Don't they have to?
Ah.
Don't they have to know who they are to send message?
I can find out who they are and then send them a message
You
afterwards.
might not like them.
No, you won't like them at all. Actually,
no.
there's no doubt about
Having
that.
said that-
You won't like them.
I'd put money on it.
No, having said that, I think we've got a situation of my enemy's enemy is my friend,
Oh, that's
considering
it.
what just happened.
Yeah.
Do you know Clout?
Wow. Bomb drop.
I was going to say you would seem like the least judgmental of giants we've met, but then
You drop that bomb.
F.
just
F.
gesture to the face.
Fortunately, Klaus spends most of his time inside his lair, so he mostly ceases to be a problem.
He sent some followers to help us get around with a ship. He dislikes Iymrith.
I'm aware of their rivalry.
Hence, my thinking of enemy's enemy.
So,
My enemy's enemy is my enemy's enemy. Nothing more, nothing less.
2 weeks ago we saw a storm giant on a giant rock. Was it a storm
Yes.
giant? Yours?
People have been out searching for my father. At
Is he-
this point,
Is he come back yet?
as you say that,
Kaboosh!
yeah, the doors
Roll
are
initiative.
slammed open.
Yeah, I just turned to look at them.
Yeah, and in marches the two other sisters, which the hill giants are stood up and are like this, trying to open the door, but the sisters have literally kicked the doors open. And they're just sort of like, oh, where door gone?
we just go back to post or
Let
close door
me
again?
close door.
Yeah. Which they do just sort of stand there for a little bit, just a little bit like before.
You do a really good dumb face.
It's his natural resting face.
Resting dumb face.
Before they both sort of something clicks that maybe they don't want to be privy to this conversation and quickly shut the door again.
That's the smartest thing they have ever done. Whatever will do.
The two sisters are storming in.
I've got a big smile on my
Yes.
face.
Literally storming in.
Oh, that was an unintentional. I mean, to be fair, there is like going around. There is lightning. They are mad, but they're power walking in, glaring, and then sort of slow down as they realise that you guys are there.
Pranked.
And then you see,
Hey, Ashton
and
Kutcher.
there's also Serissa no longer has the scepter. She's not sitting on the throne. Uther looks a little bit tense. He's just pulled his scepter back out, tried it back out, but then put it back again when he realised who it was. And Guthur is no longer there. So they're a bit like,
What fuck?
where?
And there's battle damage around a bit.
Yeah, there's a bit. There's some cracks. There's a bit of blood jotted.
There's ice all over the floor.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It lasts for a round.
Yep.
There's all
There's
trace
some
of
wet on the floor.
It just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already a bit wet.
Yeah, because you're under the water.
You're at the bottom of an ocean. It is damp. Moist is the term he uses in the book.
Yeah. Moist.
I think it's slightly more than moist when you are on the
Soaking.
ocean floor.
Drenched.
Absolutely 100%.
Very moist.
The one that spoke
Much
before
moist.
looks up at Serissa, like, sister.
Oh my god, dead.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Huh. The assassins haven't killed you yet.
Turning up late to the fight, I see.
No, they're with you.
Serissa walks forward. She walks past all of you, and so as she walks past, she just sort of like gently lowers her hand to all of you as she walks past.
He's like,
And she walks up to her sister. Uther follows her, and she's shorter than her sisters. Because she's slightly younger.
she's younger, yeah.
Yeah, she's the youngest sister. That's why they're mad. Because it skipped. They got skipped. But looks up, and the one that speaking makes eye contact with, who I believe was.
We never got their names. did we?
Bitch one.
Bitch 1 and bitch 2.
What was singing?
Looks up and
dancing
goes, "Hello, Mirren."
Who?
Little drunk.
Mirren.
Oh, Mirren.
Yes. I think you were trying to stop the small folk from seeing me for a reason. I don't like that.
Disintegrate.
Bitch 5!
Cat
Which-
fight.
That's what I
But
said.
behind them
Saying
you have-
watch
you
an
have-
argument over us.
Noticed, not quite as like violently, the two storm giants who came in before, who you've interacted with before, are also there, standing at attention, not making any facial expression. And you do get the sense that while Serissa may be young and inexperienced, she does know what she's doing to an extent, and the balance of power is very much in her favour.
She still has very much
We
got respect.
picked the correct side.
There's
It's
a
fine.
reason
Person.
Hekaton picked her as the head.
So she's definitely controlling the respect of her
She is
subjects.
Yes, yeah,
Just
yeah,
not
yeah.
her family.
Yes, her family no, but
Everyone else.
Uther has, Uther, she's just called him uncle, and he is standing with her.
Yeah.
And the two storm giants behind have sort of, their
Tighter.
disposition hasn't moved much, but it has.
Someone's making a phone call.
They did.
Ascending.
There was as Serissa
Giant.
is
Who never
speaking, their center of center of gravity and their weight does shift slightly.
Cog's calling Tog.
A bit string of cups. I'm sitting next to you.
This guy next to me won't get off his phone. It's me,
It's
twat.
Some intestines and some goat heads and this, but that's what they've got.
He's calling it back.
Shut up! So don't ring here.
Serissa, whilst locking eye contact with her, with Mira, the oldest sister, says she starts speaking in giant now, which doesn't mean much for this party, but whatever.
Most of us can speak giant.
That's three.
Comprehend language quickly.
Yeah, hell no.
This three here.
We do the thing.
Yeah.
The hat dance.
She says, Uther, can you please have my sister's
Arrested.
Beheaded.
That was two
Brought down,
buttons right there.
brought down a peg or two.
Arrested and beheaded.
escorted to their chambers,
Basically arrested.
House arrest.
and make sure they don't leave.
If it's
So
chambers
the-
of princesses, they'll be quite happy there anyway.
Which
If this was Soviet
the two
Russia,
sisters
they'd be
don't
shot.
look particularly happy about that, but the two storm Uther nods, looks at the two storm giants behind who march forward, and just both of them just delicately, because they're still royalty, but very much
You're coming
hand
with
on
me.
shoulder.
Huh.
You're coming this way.
Yeah.
So he commands
they
them-
resist in
he
any way,
commands
or
them
do they,
military
like-
then?
Push off the giant's hand.
At that
touching
point-
him.
Miran does. She pushes the giant off and goes, I don't need escorting, and just starts walking out, which the giant behind her is like, meh, I just follows.
Follows anyway. Good.
The other one gets pushed a little bit, and she starts walking with the hand on her shoulder, and she goes
Did
out.
we get that one's name?
It wasn't said.
She hasn't spoken either.
No.
Can I want to determine whether or not, like, from all of our interactions, whether the one that speaks seems to be the one that's permanently in charge and the other one's just following her lead, or if they're both.
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
How are we getting on that?
Sure.
Oh, it's not a shit number. What a fucking change. Insight.
17.
Plus nothing. 14.
14. They are hard to read. They are really hard to read. So you're not sure, Alton.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uriel, you get the sense that it's Mirren does the talking because the other one is happy to let her do it. It's plausible deniability. If I don't say it, then I wasn't responsible for it. Also makes you think that maybe the Mirren's obviously the oldest, the slightly younger one is working with Mirren for the time being because it's beneficial, but as soon as Serissa is out the way, Mirren will also be taken out of the way. And if she doesn't speak, she can't get caught out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still where I was
That's a
going.
lesson Iymrith could have learned.
I mean, Iymrith is scripted, so.
Yeah.
But they leave.
They didn't storm out?
Mirren stormed but got followed, and the other one gets sort of escorted. The doors are open. Tog and Cog are really confused. They've not had this much activity go through these doors in a long time.
They look excited.
Yeah, it just the doors just non-stop.
Are they like dogs? Like small dogs?
Oh my
So they're just confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that just their life though?
constant levels of confusion.
Yeah. As the door shuts, you watch as Serissa is like, and proper like her she sinks a little bit and.
Wine?
No, I'm good.
Jug?
Thank you.
Underage? What?
Yeah, actually.
No, she's not. She's not that young.
She's a giant to start with.
Yeah, that much wine would have.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
she's
she could drink the whole thing and that would be a
she's-
All the
glass.
galas, and it's a small glass of wine.
It's a drop in the ocean.
But,
She is still, you know, sort of the normal height of a storm giant. She is like an adult storm giant. She's just slightly smaller in demeanour.
she's 18, they're 24.
See, I had them down as like 12 and 15 in my head.
No. They are all adults.
Oh.
Yes. So, yes, I can contact the people that you wish to contact. Who you said are employees, workers for Clout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. I'd say
And-
cultists.
Yes. Well, he doesn't have. He has minions. Yes. And what am I saying to them?
Should we meet them at Yartar?
Meet them. Yeah, meet us at Yartar.
How far north of?
Do we know how long it would take to get from there to
I
Yartar
think it's
in general?
probably
For
4.
them.
Just tell them to set off the yard.
I reckon it's 4 or 5 days.
Wait.
Maybe, I
Yartar,
guess from the
ship
eye. Because they've got to come past Mirabar
Didn't it take that long?
to come down. So,
No, it's going to take them it'll take them just over a day.
oh, it's
Perfect.
what's their rate of travel?
We get there.
Fast as yours because they
instantly,
can travel for
nothing.
24 hours a day. There's a reason why you guys have been zipping around the Sword Coast recently.
Will it be your voice they're hearing?
It's I think 8 miles per hour.
Oh, fair play. Fair enough.
It will be my voice, yes. Is there anything I can say to them that will let them know that it is in fact your message?
Oh, we know. We could tell them that we know them that they killed a gnome and TikTok.
Wait, did they kill the gnome on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They killed
Well,
the
TikTok
gnome
and the
on
gnome tried to kill
Throw
them,
him off,
and
yeah.
he tried
They
to
threw
hijack
them
the
off.
ship.
Yeah, he tried to take
Oh,
over the
So
ship
they threw him off. They killed him,
single-handedly
threw him off.
and almost succeeded.
Alright.
And almost succeeded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was apparently really powerful.
he almost killed them all.
We had a badass on
You
our
could
side, we
ask
didn't even know
them
it.
to make sure that that Mr. Sniffles is not getting smitten. That's it. I can remember.
Mr.
We had one cat in one thing, one cat in another.
We named a pub that.
That's it.
Well, I didn't know
No,
that,
that was,
but yeah.
that was called Mr.
yeah.
Snuffles.
That
Mr.
was
Snuffles.
Mr. Snuffles.
Hush name the pubs is.
There's Rick and
Yeah,
Morty.
right.
One episode of this and many
Yeah,
other
I should get the
episodes of
idea
this.
then.
I've got lost. Forgive me. Isn't too attached to the boiler. They know it was from us then because it's my cat, and he sits on the fucking boiler.
He loves that heat.
It's like, oh, it's warm here. I'm here now. Fuck off.
I live here. This is mine.
Very well. Then, where am I sending you? I assume Yartar, as that is where you think this.
Yes,
That's what
That's- Would you like us to look around
Or
Red
maybe-
Rocks at all?
maybe a little ways out of Yartar so we
Hang on,
don't
it's like
appear in the
city
middle of the
centre.
city.
Before we
We
do,
appear in a person.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
we-
God!
we have the circle. I'm just gonna say we have the circle. She could send us there.
Yeah.
so
They'd
straight
basically
onto
be
the,
expecting us.
yeah.
Circle?
What was
Before
the
we
answer
do
to
go,
that?
Did we actually ask where she
Sorry,
got the
yeah.
token from?
Yeah, but I don't know that.
It was
Ah,
found
Red
on her
Rocks.
mother's body in Red Rock.
Someone-
It
Yeah,
was
that's
just
why I
on the
just
mother's
asked.
body.
Do
Okay, yeah.
you want us to go
You didn't
there?
tell me about it, I don't think.
We've already explored
No. Okay.
there enough. There
Let's
is
say we
nothing
have
else
that
to be
one.
found.
We might actually not have that circle anymore.
Huh?
'Cause it was,
Upstairs.
It was for use from the Harpers.
yeah, but it was Jordan's character that had them written down.
No, you were given a scroll. With
Oh,
all
do
the
we have them in the
information.
book? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I copied them into mine.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, I thought you had them written down.
But the
No, you
point
were.
is that we just go up to whoever manages.
Yeah, but I'm saying that because we've got the circle written down, we
Oh.
can have her direct us to that circle because she has the coordinates.
Right.
So rather than blind firing us into Yartar, she can direct us to that. teleporting circle, so we land somewhere where we know and someone that knows us.
Hmm.
So when we bamf into a room and there's a buttload of us, they're going to go, oh, it's you guys, get the fuck out.
We get catapulted straight into the casino.
Rather than appearing in the brig and going, oh, bugger.
Is the
Yartar
Yartar one
where,
the angry old dude?
Yes, the angry old dude. That's why I said, get the fuck out.
Is Yartar where Azam's shop was?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking wand.
Yeah, you
Annoying,
wanna
but
try and,
fucking good.
Bamf into the
You
sound
can
shop.
always ask him for a refund.
Yeah, it's a defective product.
No, it's not a defective.
He didn't pay
It's
for
pretty
it.
good.
It's too effective.
I did not pay. It
You
was not good at all.
could sell it to him.
And he'd probably go, oh,
To
I
this
know
circle,
that.
please.
I know, he'd probably say you stole that.
She
He probably would have gone, how the fuck did you do that? And I'm like,
Just before, before you do send us, two things. One, I believe you said there were more scepters for the chair.
yes, lost.
Anything at all?
No information about them at all.
What do they look like?
They all look the same.
Did we actually go look at it?
Yeah, it was hanging
Okay,
around
cool.
her neck.
Where did your mother find it?
No, that was token.
By
No,
chance.
no,
Oh, she found the chair
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Sorry.
She
How
found,
they
she
fluke.
found the scepter by fluke, so it's...
Yeah, she found it by fluke. As to where?
Do we know who made that chair?
Dwarves.
Dwarves.
Just generic dwarves.
Dwarves of an ancient dwarven kingdom that no longer exists.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we could do some research and try and track them down through books.
Yeah,
I mean, this is you're talking about a chair that this thing has existed for.
Yeah, but my profession
Centuries.
is tracking down and finding things that.
So is that of many, many more powerful people than you, and one scepter has been
Yeah.
found in 1,000 years.
Still, I mean,
And by accident.
you're faced with that. You don't just say no. You go. You try and get as much as you can.
But you have. There is no information on them anywhere. Like you've never even heard of it.
Mm,
I really wanted to turn out to be one of the items he's got in his display.
Just be like, well, that's fucking
No.
helpful. Then the second question is, if we can get the other one back to us too.
If you can retrieve it, that would be helpful because it gives. If you find my father, it gives him a lot more power and control over the other giants, and if not, it would give me more power and control over the other giants.
We'll do what we can.
Oh, when we come back, like say here, at the conch, we're going to be safe. We're not going to bump into your sisters again.
They will not be leaving their rooms.
So we're good.
And that does
That's
just
good to know.
that does just work and just point at the conch.
What's that?
It just works, right? You
Even
don't have to
though-
wait.
It's
Yes,
Cool.
you just, and I would keep that on you because you will likely need it to return.
I'm not that good at swimming.
Unless you have
We'll
a
need it.
teleportation circle here that I can read.
We do not. We have one way of travelling here, or two technically, but I wouldn't recommend you swim through the actual Maelstrom.
What about the teleport spell?
I don't fancy swimming from a Maelstrom.
To self.
Your
Giant
cloak would have been
whale.
useful then.
Kraken.
Your
I was
bloody
gonna say,
cloak
yeah,
that you're
there's a
ripping
Kraken
useful
somewhere.
then.
Body
Oh,
morph into Kraken.
Oh, we're going swimming.
Kraken's baby.
Finally.
Oh yeah,
use for
baby
this
Kraken
thing.
the Duke job.
All of the above.
Water elemental, fuck it. You got water glide, just glide through water.
The teleport spell could work as long as you're not off target.
I think we'll use the conch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want you to end up at the bottom of the trackless sea. I don't think your bodies could survive the pressure.
Under pressure.
Pushing down me.
Any further questions?
Is there a specific reason that Iymrith would want you to not be able to use the chair right now? Or is it just a generic, she doesn't want you to have that much power?
I think the
I think
question.
you answered that.
The question is more, what was she doing here? Because that was not the goal. That was a reaction. She lost her cover. She reacted quickly and took the scepter. What was she truly doing here?
Well, hopefully my sisters will have that information.
Do you need someone to help relieve them of that
No.
information? No.
No, you don't get to do your toenail trick.
My sisters are not to be harmed.
They are still family.
Fair enough. If you change your mind.
He's got a good toenail trick.
They may stoop to that level, but I am of a better ilk than they are.
I bless you for it.
She turns around, motions for you guys to follow her.
Did she ask for the token back?
No.
She's given it to us
No,
so we can.
so we can
'cause
try
it's
it.
a
Just see if we can say we've
use
got
it
this.
to
I will put it in the back hole.
Yes. And she leads you past the 3 chairs, which you can now see there is a corridor behind them. You couldn't see before because chairs are big and in the way. Which leads you down, and it comes to a crossroads. You can see ahead of you a large room that has got what it is, some crates and some barrels lying around inside it. There's a room to your right, a staircase going up. In the middle of which that room you can see a muscle shell table. Sort of in the centre of the room, and then the room to your left, which is where she takes you, which is a naturally formed cave with bioluminescent lichen, coral, snails, and starfish clinging to the damp walls.
You know it's really strange that they're inside. You just point to a starfish that's on the wall.
They can find enough food here.
Serissa,
That's
another
still very
question.
weird.
Yes.
If we are to happen across another one of your storm giants on a rock,
Mhm.
is there anything that you can give us so that we can show we are allies?
I imagine they won't get close enough for you to show them something. As a rule, they've been avoiding the small folk, as far as we can tell, it is the small folk that killed my mother.
Fair enough.
Right.
Sorry. Not to ask for the report and all, but how? What?
We don't know. But
No,
she
you've
was
got to know
definitely
something gives you
she was definitely slain by small folk by the size of the blades and the token that you found.
multiple
We
blades.
found that you now have.
So a
But
lot of
probably-
blades or just a couple?
I suppose it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say Iymrith has got
Ritual?
her own
Cultists.
cultists.
Maybe.
Or if
She
Iymrith can turn
persuaded
into
someone
a
else to do it.
giant, she
Pay
may be able to
someone
turn
else,
into
Hmm.
someone smaller.
Because you don't like us.
I wonder if there's like a big game hunting party.
Could be. I've heard of the thing. They normally get like behears and things like that. Or giants. It's a bit
There.
sentient for their taste.
She turns. She sits in the middle of the chamber and says, "I need to spend a short while attuning to the magic of this room. Please just rest in here as well. I will be as quick as I can.
How long do you think it will
So,
be?
do we have a short rest or
It's going to take a short rest. Yes.
So I say some of them.
Who wants to play cards?
spells? Get
Oh.
spells back.
Kind of. I feel I should do Song of Rest to help people. Does anyone need help to get healed?
For 2 hit points, it's not really worth it.
Is there anyone more than 10 hit points down? How many hit points down are you?
13.
No, we don't need some rest.
Yeah.
Why not?
I did basically I can use.
Or you can.
I mean, if it's free, you might as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't it take an inspiration die?
No.
No.
Oh, fuck it.
It's more that.
Yeah, we have 2 people that need hit points.
Is
One,
anyone else
only
points
one
then?
of them is actually doing it.
Yeah, I need it. Fuck.
Anyone want to play cards?
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Right. You play
Sit
cards.
down
In
and shuffle,
preparation for the
shuffle the deck
casino.
out and play cards.
So
we just
one D8.
discuss and chat over the sort of like the events of the past like week and a half that have been just ever so slightly nuts. Everything has pretty monumentally changed in the last week and a half. Well, we've got a fire titan in your pocket. The,
You should keep that
are you
quiet, by the
queen
way.
or princess still or what?
Everyone saw
She's-
it.
Can't
In
talk,
meditation.
channeling.
The dude's around though, right?
He ain't talking to you.
Yeah. Asshole. Queen of the Giants
You
here.
call him an
is-
asshole.
Yeah.
I would have
Guys,
done there if I were
Say it
you.
in halfling so he doesn't know.
I laugh. You might want to keep it to yourself. You know, he might understand the language.
He's quite large, I doubt it.
Oh yeah, you are quite secretive.
And then we
Right,
killed a whole load of fire giants, no offense. Now we're gonna go and try and kill a large dragon
An ancient dragon. Yeah.
and find a very large storm giant. How fucked are we? I think we're quite fucked.
Short rest is finished. Hour passes. She does one spell. Cool. What you do with her eyes shut? Opens her eyes. Oh, I was able to find them. So I'll now send the message. So your message is to meet you at Yartar.
Same
and
place.
Smittens is Smittens still by the boiler?
Same place.
Actually,
that
do you
we,
want them to be
same-
outside of Yartar?
Yeah.
Same,
outside
same,
Yartar.
same place that we landed by Yartar last time.
So about a mile out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if we just say meet us at the last place from Yartar, and it's Smitten's.
So meet us at the
Same place we were
in
last time
Yartar,
we were at Yartar.
and
Makes
is Smittens enjoying the boiler?
Correct. Thank you.
She sends that, sits there for a few seconds. Heck, they didn't respond, but they got the message.
Yeah, they're not a talkative bunch.
Ever.
No.
And I'm sending you to Yartar. You said yes.
Yeah, this one here.
That makes it
She
more
knows.
likely to arrive.
No, because she doesn't know the Harper's.
Oh, the actual
teleportation.
circle.
So I'm
Okay,
literally showing her the symbols for the
circle, 'cause it'll
teleportation circle
get
in
much
I
Yartar.
think
more
we're showing like a
accurate
map or something like.
No.
But she knows
the,
what the town
circle,
is.
the circle
That'd be
symbol.
condescending.
That makes it more likely that you'll arrive in the right place.
I thought it might.
Yes.
And I'm like, she must have leant really far into fucking read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got good eyesight. So she closes her eyes, does an incantation,
And then just sort of hand the note back over to someone.
and for you guys,
Yeah, I'm
everything
copying
fades to black. There's a
Even
bit
lost
of
out,
a
that's what I'm doing.
pressure, a rushing sensation. Light comes back, and you are in the teleportation circle room with the really grouchy old man who
God, I
essentially
never get over that.
he gets grouchy and boots you out the manor.
Yeah. I do. So they get shoved out the door. I'm just like, oh, I will never get used to. Me.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what time of day is it?
I still prefer flying.
What? Me.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. That was it like that?
What time of day is it?
You remember Ding-a-ling?
Hang on.
I don't want to.
Spend.
That was annoying.
It's
quite funny.
Even as near as I can tell, we were in
It's
the
about
at
1
at least
o'clock.
about half an hour.
It's about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm a bit hungry, right? Yeah.
What time did I use the conch?
That would have been about 11:30.
Okay.
You weren't there for very long.
We know.
Um,
I know where the
Gambling.
dubious elements of the city reside, or at
Yes.
least some of.
You know,
You know that in.
where you went to find them before.
I'm my head straight there.
You also know how much they charged before.
Which was
500 gold.
what was it for?
That was 500 gold was to find information. The only
Mm.
reason why that you didn't pay it is you offered up the letter.
Yeah. I don't know anyone else in the city.
Well,
Well,
we could just go and ask the innkeep.
yeah, what casinos
Wasn't,
are there?
wasn't the weird
That
Everyone make
shopkeeper?
that innkeep is
Let's have everyone make history checks.
the
for me.
underworld.
4.
Pertaining to
7.
Oh,
Just make a history check for
That's
me.
not
Nice!
I did awfully that time.
Terrible rolls.
Although we did just double up on that.
3.
the same fucking number. You kidding me?
Did we all get the same?
What you
Did you just get 3s?
Yes.
And we got 7s.
I got 9 again. I rolled the same as the last roll.
Alton,
I rolled the same number. I rolled 11.
Okay, cool. Snap.
7.
3.
6.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I rolled a 3 as well.
Seven.
Hey,
Seven.
3 threes.
3.
I got a 4 overall.
A 4.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I rolled a 2,
Oh, wow.
I got the highest
which gives me
roll!
13.
Oh!
Okay.
You stole my thunder! Or lightning.
Last
No,
time
that
you guys were in Yartar, you saw a boat,
Oh, fucking, I thought it was going to be that bloody boat.
which
Seriously?
you identified at a later point
You
as,
said,
as an overnight casino boat.
you said Yartar, and my first thought was that
Yeah.
fucking flatbed boat.
I don't remember the boat.
I
Was he
remember
were you
that.
here
you-
last time?
Yeah.
It was when we were buying
Yeah,
stuff.
it was when you were buying stuff from Zam. It was when the lightning bolt
I
happened.
was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was an option we could have broken onto the boat, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Alright,
We had no reason to at the time.
let's go check that out.
Yes, as Fenrir asked what casinos are here, your memory is triggered. Fucking
always
just.
said
Jesus
good-
Christ, you guys.
No, that was
just.
literally the minimum.
What
I
was
could
that?
have
Was that
rolled
the
without
DC on the
failing.
check?
It was
You can't auto fail.
fucking. It
bet
wasn't
it's-
a high DC, but it was.
It was more than 11.
I'm gonna put it like 12 or 13.
Oh, it's off by 1!
Fucking.
Hey,
Oh god, single digits everywhere. Oh god, you might actually have to search for it.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
plus
you-
11, so even on a 1 you got the 12.
Yeah, he was gonna get it, so that's fine.
What? Plus 11!
I've got expertise in history
So-
and arcana.
You recall the boat. You recall the dock the boat was on. You also recall it was when you were there. You arrived in the evening. It was getting loaded up with people to go gambling in the evening, and it set out as you guys left town to spend the night out on the river with people gambling. You have your information. Go.
So, if it's going to be tonight.
Is it there?
How much cash do we have?
If you go to the dock, it is indeed there.
Whilst we're walking there, let's have a
Probably
discussion.
got
Do
quite
we
a bit.
fancy clothes?
Probably.
I mean,
I just sort of just go,
Will they let a series of armed
I
adventurers
already
on to
look
a
good
gambling
enough. And I've got all the money.
Depending on the ownership, probably.
I could try and get myself a position playing.
That could work. Insinuate ourselves into
I mean,
staff.
if we want to win to get anywhere, I vote Alton,
Yeah, same.
as long as he's not caught with what he's doing.
I'll
Yeah.
have him as lookout.
What if you have bodyguards because you've
Well,
got
I mean-
high profile status?
I rolled quite well on a perception check looking at that last time.
People
People
were-
did seem to have bodyguards with them, didn't they?
No, they didn't.
They
have
didn't
They
have-
didn't have
yeah.
bodyguards, and they didn't have weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wait.
were.
No weapons, I'm fine.
Everyone was being like eyeballed by the crew as they made their way onto the ship.
We can't do any funny business on that boat.
Yeah. There's also the other thing you'll know. I'd probably say you'd know is if you're going into another casino, it's a lot harder to cheat because you won't be handling the cards.
Yeah.
Can I give bardic inspiration while playing an instrument? As like I'm playing the instrument to a tune to see if it doesn't specify I have to say anything.
Well then,
It's just that you can hear you. It can be any sound.
Then probably
Then
yes.
Could hide
I
our
would say
weapons
yeah.
in a bag of holding.
Because I'm quite sure I could get.
Yeah,
I could.
you can inspire others
Yeah.
through stirring words or music. It's literally the first sentence.
I don't have it on here. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I don't want to be unarmed.
Same.
Preferably not.
Don't really want to get rid of this shit.
So as we were sort of arriving at that area, are there any of the crew on the boat?
So as you're sort of like you're at the dock and you're actually rather than just stopping, you guys are just
wandering
walking.
through.
Yeah, I mean,
past
this
the
conversation
dock.
was sort
Yeah,
of like happening
yeah,
on
yeah.
the way there, and like I want to
Oh.
know if there's someone there, I'm going to go straight up and just talk to them.
There
Oh,
is,
God.
as you're watching there is someone there. There are what look like dock workers, sort of loading supplies. Fine meats and wines and cheeses and things like that. Very watched over very carefully by a member of crew who is just eyeballing them.
The boat, does it look like it's permanently moored there, or does it actually leave?
No, we've seen
said
it.
it
We've seen it.
leaves.
Okay.
It does
goes
sail
down
at
the
the
canal.
yeah. At the moment,
Just
it is.
does
It
it.
actually sailed when you guys were there. It sailed out the city.
Yeah, down the river and then
Is it-
seems to come back in again.
Does it look like it'd be possible to get on without going through the front door?
Probably not. There's a fair amount of activity
Did
inside the
there need to be
docks.
some sort
And
of invitation as well?
last time you were here, you did see guard patrols, which as you're walking by, there is a guard patrol. If you were to jump into the water and
You'd be
swim
noticed
to the
pretty
boat,
quickly.
someone would spot you
Is
very
there
quickly.
actually an invitation?
Not if
Cannot
you
go
can go
invisible.
underwater.
Do we need an
manta ray.
invitation?
Hmm?
Did we
We
need,
cannot go
did we
invisible.
need an invitation to get in?
Follow.
You don't know.
We didn't see.
Oh wait, do we still have
what
We
that?
can find that out.
Hold
Yeah.
up, what are you wearing?
When you
What, Aaron?
guys saw it
Yeah,
before,
but what, are you
Oh.
wearing like fine robes and stuff?
Well, yeah, he has like a
Cool,
like a
awesome.
sky blue
Huh?
silky kind
Yeah.
of
Just
coat
put it on.
cape over him and
Just
everything.
come with
guys,
me.
when you guys saw it before,
Yeah, he looks well dressed.
no one was handing invitations. They were just they were going up to the
We could all go on invisible.
I could
One
get
person,
you guys on quite easily.
And then that one person has to have
Hold
send
that
me
one
a
in your
message,
mind.
Right?
I
Follow
As
me.
soon as the invisible people are on, we can
And
rope
just
trick it
drag.
and remain invisible until the
Snap
person
The
with the
problem
message.
with rope trick is we're on a
fine.
moving boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so once that's done, we just go splash.
Back up, guys, and
That's
just go
fine.
Splash.
No. That's fine because
I
once
think we're on.
Okay.
We're a bit right.
The boat went. I've got 10 more minutes of this, guys. Is it coming back?
you just use it as an escape route.
Ah, yes, that's a better point actually.
Yeah.
So we're being
If
chased.
shit hits
Jump
the fan,
into
we
it.
just rope trick, wait for the boat to leave, and then splash.
Oh yeah.
So
Wait,
I,
wait,
I had a
while-
manta ray cloak.
I quickly have a up and down on Snap. Just grab him when we walk towards the.
What? Where are we going? We're going. Okay.
We're going to go and have a look
Oh, that's cool.
and a talk. Follow my lead. I want to go and speak to the crew member that's supervising, and also try and get as best a lay of the land of that boat as I can. See if there is anywhere on there that we could stash people if we could get them on board, keep them out of sight.
Alright, so you make your way up, have a look down the boat. I mean, it is. I say, well, it's
It's
a riverboat.
Yeah, it's it's like a barge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
For,
8,
for
9,
anyone
10,
that's ever
11.
been around London, it's party boat.
It's 120 feet long,
Yeah.
and it's got space around the outside, but essentially the main section of it is
Single story colour, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't really.
And we-
Actually,
we can-
it's actually a 2-story thing.
It's a two
It,
story.
it builds up.
So like covered first story, then open on the second.
Both of them are
Both covered.
both
Oh
covered.
wow.
Yeah, it's essentially like a wooden building built on the deck of the ship.
I'm thinking
Fair
like
enough.
one of those.
In which case they're just like trying to grab
always
whatever I
on a
can through
paddle
the
boat
through,
thing.
through the portholes as we go past.
We should probably ask them maybe if there's an invitation on board to get on. Because if we don't, we
One
can
of
all
the things I was
disappear.
planning on.
We can just disappear and get on.
Let's see if we can just. Excuse me, sir, hello.
Just random
Yep.
people walking on.
No, they were all finely dressed.
Yes,
As you guys make your way, because you
No, it's just these two.
yeah,
I might.
you have to
I
walk
might
up
go
the
try to
dock
put some
directly towards
tailor.
them. And this
get
is a
plain clothes.
one-sided dock.
Yeah.
It
They're
is
not
only
gonna
connected
have,
to this boat.
Yeah.
genocide fine
So the
clothes
moment you
lying
step
around.
onto the dock, he's immediately
Might
just
make us
locked.
less likely to be patterned.
Yeah, I'm
eyes with
still
you, and
very-
it's just like looking you guys up and down
25 gold
as you get
each.
close.
Yeah, I'm
25
just
gold.
being
Yeah.
very.
So while they're doing that, we can go.
Yeah, I'm trying to
100
play it
gold,
very
175.
entitled,
Hey,
very,
if we
very
want
kind
to,
of.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Pay for
heard
yourself, but it'll
good
be one
things
of the
about
most
your
awkward,
tables there. Are
uncomfortable
you
experiences
out on the river this evening?
New clothes.
Your information is
Don't like it,
poor.
like
We
break
are out every
before we go.
evening.
Well, of course. I bumped into this gentleman at a pub. What was it called? What was it called?
Was it like Frederick von something, Lord of I don't know.
Well, whatever.
He sounded like he knew what he was doing.
He was pompous and an arse, really, but he said he had good game here, and well, I do like a flutter. When do you leave and how much?
The evening.
That is not a defined time area. It covers many zones.
It does. So be here on time or don't play.
Very good. And the costs?
Whatever you wish to gamble.
Excellent.
Minimum
Hmm.
buy-in. What's the minimum buy-in?
I don't care what the minimum buy.
Fine clothes are 50.
Very good,
gold
very
each,
good.
not 25.
Even better.
So
What's
it's
your
even cheaper.
name?
Are we done here?
We are For now.
Yeah, while
Let's
they're
go.
doing that discussion,
I just wanna
we've gone
push
to
him.
find
No,
a
no, I'm
tailor's.
following.
You're going to find a tailor's.
No,
Cool.
I tried to push you.
No, I
I'm-
don't need
I'm-
to.
No, because I'm being the guy in charge, you're being the servant. I'm pushing you, like, oh.
I'm not letting you do that.
Ah,
I'm not letting you do
okay,
that.
let's roll.
Oh my god. Way to break the illusion
Right,
and the scheme. Kiss.
I wonder if pig exams
Give
can
him
get
the
all
sneak
our copies by
attack.
saying he just keeps their
Give him
so
the-
one coin at a time.
What's that over there?
So
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
win
come back
by
to fight.
the same number because we both have -1 and I roll the 10 and you roll an 8, so you get pushed.
Hold on, I need to check something.
Oh no.
Use your breath attack.
Yeah.
No,
Hellish
I need to
rebuke.
check something.
And you'd be making an athletics check,
Which is 13.
Alton. And Snap, you can make athletics or acrobatics. It's your choice.
Hold on.
Both of which I think are -1. Or 0.
Advantage on athletics or acrobatics
Okay,
check to make to escape
grapple.
from being grappled. Okay, that's not. That's
No.
not. Right.
What's your dex?
So, athletic,
Oh, no, you
8,
finished
9,
eight.
10, 11, 12, 13.
And mine was 8 plus 2, 8 plus 3, so mine was 11.
Cool. So
So I don't
you
go
don't push him.
Fair
You
enough.
go to, and he just sort of steps out the way, and you miss.
Come on.
And I continue
And then
walking
keep
up.
walking.
Some swagger with me, like, that's right. I'm still not the smartest person here.
When we're out of sight, you fucking idiot! Play along in the scheme.
Yeah, I don't think
like Uncle. Uncle!
we kind of look like we're dressed.
Jackie!
We look dressed the same, so I don't think a servant would be dressed the same as the person doing the bossing around.
Well, so you get there, we're not there.
Yeah, we fucked off.
Oh, where the fuck do we go?
Pub?
Well, we are the day drinkers.
Right.
Let's go.
You're
But
also
you're
wearing
taking it to the really expensive
already.
Are you
So.
taking it to the expensive place or the sticky place?
the sticky place.
Oh,
Was that
no,
here
that's
in
not
Yartar?
the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Oh!
I think it was.
It is
Yeah.
indeed
Yeah,
in
it is in
Yartar.
Yartar.
Of the 2 places we've been drinking in this city, one of them's a whorehouse.
And that was wait, you ended up, wasn't it? Was it?
No,
No, it
no,
was his character,
that
it was his other
No, it was.
No, it was Teldrin.
No,
No,
it's
it's
three.
really
No, no,
expensive
it was
fun.
through. Oh, God.
So, Taylor people.
Don't worry, you cast lesser respiration.
So we're going to what the sticky place.
Yeah,
That's cool. You guys, whatever, spend however much you want to spend on drinks.
What is that us?
Yeah, just spend an amount of money. Then let me know because you might die.
420 electrum.
You're dead. But there's a nice standing.
That was enough scotch to kill you.
But imagine
No,
the
no, no,
scenario
Scotch?
pack.
That wasn't Scotch.
Oh, cool.
But there is for the next
Moonshine.
like 3 weeks. There's a good standing tab order.
I'm following
People
them.
having like.
I was in fact waiting for them because I already have
What
fine
do you
clients.
fancy? Just a
Okay.
couple of drinks?
That's cool. So you just go with them. So
Couple-
guys,
that
going
means
to
Uriel gets
the
to
thing.
experience the sticky place.
Oh,
for the
you're
first
joining
time.
us.
I was waiting
I
for you.
think a couple of drinks, a
Couple
few
of
women,
rounds.
and we're good.
So we'll have two rounds of ales and a woman.
I believe, if I remember
woman to drink
correctly,
it off,
it
yeah.
cost a gold for the woman.
silver.
It was a
It was
silver.
a silver for the
It was a
woman.
silver.
It's been a while. I'll have
You
one.
wanna make
I'll,
sure-
I'll
you
have
wanna
one.
make
I'll
a
be
real
honest,
audience.
I think
We
last
just
time
have
she was
two of
actually
us
the
sitting
table
here
we were playing
and just
cards
women
on.
She
just
was the
sitting
table,
around
yeah.
us
Because it
and
was
wait until they come in.
Woman.
less
No, thank
sticky.
you.
And then Thriss took the
And we'll
tables.
get him a woman.
Right, six ales and 2
Whatever,
women.
spend just.
How much are the ales?
Copper.
Put it this way, it's going to cost you 3. It's going to cost you 3 silver, and you'll get change.
Yeah, just.
Let's say 3 silver. That'll do.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Taylor people, it would take time to make tailored clothes. Unless you pay extra for quick work.
Well,
How much is extra?
does it have to be tailored? Because I mean, I'm sure I could find something that fits my physique.
What do you currently have in stock that will fit me?
They probably have something that will fit Teldrin. They won't have anything for the other 3 of you.
Are
Oh,
you
right.
disguised at the moment?
No.
Oh God.
No, he hasn't been doing that for a while now.
Yeah.
Give it now.
I've given up.
To be honest, people give him shit anyway because of his personality, and also when he walks in with all of us, we are armed to the fucking teeth.
We shine magical.
We
But,
literally, we look badass as fuck every time we walk into anywhere, and like you don't fuck with these guys because they will stab you. And so
So
no
yeah,
one does.
15 gold for children. The other 3 you have to have clothes made or altered because they don't have something long enough for Fenrir, bulky enough for you two.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
Long enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to make something tailored, or to modify something and have it ready for the next, or for a few days' time is going to be 20 gold.
What's it called? In
To have it ready for that
Well,
evening
find
will
it.
be 30 gold.
Yeah,
it is then.
90
Are
gold.
we getting
It's
matching?
not because
like,
It's
like
clothing.
outfit?
It's
No.
clothes.
Are we
I'm
getting,
imagining like
Like that.
purple,
Clothes,
yellow
common
pinstripe
fine.
suits.
No. They can, but no.
No,
No.
real fine.
Oh, that's what I'm going on.
But I'm
Is
thinking
it like,
like,
what would
like
like
medieval-
medieval,
don't you still have
medieval
this hat
fine
disguise?
suits look like? They
Yeah,
don't
but
have
not cheap.
jackets and shit.
Ah.
so
Saints
they've
Row
got,
purple?
Like,
Do any of these
yeah,
have a
purple's
free
rich
achievement
colour,
slot?
yeah.
But are we talking like
Because you could take his
like a
hat of
shawl
disguise.
and a hat? Or
Do you want a
like
gold
a-
rim around it as
Yeah,
well?
but then you
for
could
clothing?
literally have all your
Big
stuff
old
and then
kilt.
say I'm disguised so I'm not
Kilt.
wearing stupid fine clothes.
Yeah, why not?
Spend the money now.
Yeah, I'll take out 30 gold from
Yeah,
her.
30 gold too. But
Cool. There you go.
You don't have any money though, it's all in the bag of holding these.
I've
No,
got,
I've got my own.
yeah, I've got money on
I've
me.
got my own money on me, and then my own money in your old bag of holding.
Oh. Was that all my old money?
Basically, yes.
So I 317 golds.
Because it's
apparently.
your handwriting on the
I
back
have
of that
11.
sheet.
Cool. Clothes have been
That seems
bought.
alright.
And you, the 3 of you needing stuff made will have to pick them up later, but wherever you go pick them up at a later point, that's fine.
I'm in the pub. I've decided I'm trying to make class up the entire place by playing some really good music.
I mean, it really doesn't help.
No, if you want to class the place up, cast Prestidigitation for like a week.
It's a 1 foot cube that it cleans,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he cast it last time he was here. He cast it, and it only made it mildly better.
Yeah, sometimes
I did it as I was walking along. I was doing
Yeah.
it in front of me every single time.
Yeah. Like, clean, 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 clean. Yeah.
And then my bed, or not my bed, on the floor that I slept on next to the bed, many times because I was in my
Yes.
bedroll.
But yes, cool. So, where are the 4 of you who have just ordered clothes going?
To the tavern.
Good one.
yeah.
Good
I've
one.
never
Which
been
one?
there.
The good,
Is there-
the good
yeah.
Flint, Teldrin, and Fenrir have never been to the Sticky Town.
No, I'm trying to a good one.
Yeah, you guys have actually only ever been to 1.
So
No, those two haven't, have they?
So
Oh yeah, the 2 tall people have only been to one. the other
And
two
you
have
probably
been
don't
to
want
the
to go
other
to that
Told
one.
you
I'm not going to the
Oh,
sticky
exactly,
base.
exactly.
I'm
So
not doing it.
you
We're
were-
going to the other
yeah.
one.
You were really
So
uncomfortable.
I will lead you guys to the other one
Yeah.
because fuck the sticky place.
right, and
Not literally.
we're also minted at this point, so we don't care.
Cool. So,
Mostly I'm minted.
You've got all the
drinks
cash,
are
but-
had. That's fine. You guys are going to spend like 6 hours drinking.
Like you guys, like you guys have got like.
I'm not
you
going
say
to that
I've got
much.
all the money.
I
but
don't
you
know,
guys
I'm
have
not
got.
saying-
I don't want to be drunk
Still
for
got
the
300 on
evening.
me.
You
Like,
you could
you've
shenanigans.
got
Oh, I am gonna
serious
drop-
spending money.
By the way,
You
I was
guys got like credit cards without limits. I just have all of everything else.
I was going to say to you, we should probably see if we can get some of that copper changed up.
we probably should.
Are there any banks in?
I don't
Yartar?
know. I wouldn't mind killing
just-
someone
if
by
you
just throwing
Just
coppers
convert
off
whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah,
I can't be
fine.
asked with the.
There you go.
Buy a
I just
candle.
haven't changed
I-
it
I-
because
yeah,
it basically
I-
means
I-
the same
26,000.
thing.
I've said that previously. If you
Oh,
want to
okay.
just list things in
Hell of a
gold,
cannon
just
to
list
We
start.
can level
I have it
city
listed in copper.
by just
copies
dropping
we keep picking
coins
up
off
random
the
copper
thing.
coins anyway.
Giant
Like that's why
shotgun.
it's 26,005 because we had
you get
5
your
copper
power?
coins.
Right,
and then we
well,
got
There'll probably a
26,000.
ballista on the top of it.
So,
And we can
260.
modify
a
it.
few hours pass.
Alright.
You guys have no idea. The 2 groups have no idea where the other group is.
Yes.
No, but when it gets, when the sun starts to set,
Yes,
Mm.
you
Pick
pick
up
up
clothes and then
clothes.
go to the
You
bar.
get dressed.
I forgot
Quick
about the
question.
words.
I remember it left. Do I remember what time it was? What time of day it was when it actually left?
Dusk.
So
There
I'm
isn't-
going to suggest an hour before dusk that we start.
Yeah, I
heading
mean
out.
that's why he said that it leaves when it's dark. People are
Yeah.
starting to get on it during dusk. It leaves when it's dark. When it's
We're
ready to
gonna
go.
do the
Well,
same thing.
before we actually leave, we might want to clean up.
Yeah.
The place is a bit disgusting.
I mean, I have a shower already. What were you doing?
You didn't have a shower there.
Well, you
Yeah.
did. It's just the water
It was just
wasn't great.
gold.
There is nothing to shower in there.
Well, there
It's
is.
gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Gold.
Take a lot to harvest all
I
right.
think we should find a
I think that's
Yeah.
going to ruin
Clean
his
up.
suit a bit.
We'll go and
Whatever. You clean up. That's fine.
and then
What do
we'll
you
make
smell?
our way.
And you guys all make your way to the dock and conveniently end up at the same time.
I was
same
going to say,
place.
it'd be
Oh,
very, it'd be
I
very
make sure
good
I'm
if,
with prestidigitation.
I was going to say, it'd be very good if we didn't end up meeting up and then the two
Oh,
groups met
and
up
I guess
on
I
board. That
Put
would've
my,
been-
I put
that
my
would've been
weaponry
more
and
fun.
weaponry
Oh,
and
yeah,
armor
put
in
the
your
weapons
bag.
in the.
Do we not have another bag holder?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
my
So
armor.
I give you my weapon.
The
Feel free to split, but I'm just saying we do have two.
And I keep my loot box.
Armor.
Liam.
Were they just wearing clothes? They weren't wearing. I've got
No
leather
armor.
armor.
No armor.
Okay,
No.
cool. I take my.
Fuck.
I'm wearing breastplate.
The
Oh.
Staff
Yeah, I
of
know.
Frost.
There's a feeling.
Yes.
What does it actually
Oh.
look like?
Quiver, quiver, quiver.
I haven't got my books.
I mean, it's
And
essentially.
What about?
I'm,
What about?
I'm kind of like guessing maybe an icicle.
What about
on top of
cloaks?
a staff.
Are they allowed
no,
cloaks?
No, no,
Oh,
so it's a
cloaks
staff
should
made
be
of
fine.
ice.
Cloaks,
People were
magic
wearing
stuff.
like cloaks.
Okay, so I still have 15 AC.
Yeah. Cloaks are good, but it's just not armor.
Stuff frost.
I just
It's
lost
like-
5
it's
AC
like, it's
though,
like a
from
piece
one
of
item.
ice.
That one.
Oh.
It's
Can you see
literally.
it?
It is
Yeah,
literally a staff made
Made
entirely
of
of
ice.
Well, there's a
like
question.
grip
with a
made
grip
of-
on it.
What about one?
Yeah.
If I was getting my
So like
clothes
that grip made like
tailored,
a-
that's really
would I be
cool.
able to get them
Oh, okay.
tailored a size too big so they went over the leather armor?
Take a minute.
I wear my robes over my armor. Because I need to be able to get to the robe.
You could get them sized a little big, but it's still gonna, unless it was really big, it's going to show through because they're tight clothing. It's tight clothing.
2 sizes too big?
In which case, it's gonna look really baggy on you.
1.5 then. Just enough to
It's
make it.
it's
you know.
it's either you're going to be showing the leather armor or you're going to be wearing baggy clothing.
Showing then.
Okay.
There.
I mean, to be fair, I've always worn my robes over my armor since I got my robes.
Yeah. That's fine. Right. So you are wearing fine clothes and your leather armor,
Mm-hmm.
and
Weapons away.
weapons are all in
In the
the
bag. Well, I've got my braces on, but again, they're underneath robes, so.
They also have a dagger sticking out the end of them. They always have a blade sticking out the end of them.
This is true, but.
Um,
My assumption is that the robes are quite.
I mean, there's also to be fair, they would have to have gone over the top of your robes. There's no because they're thick freaking braces.
Alright, in which case I'm going to put those in the
As a
bag.
precaution.
a wand would
As
be
your armor
considered
kind of shows
something
a little
that's needed for
until
the bag,
you
isn't
hold
it?
the bag
Yeah.
of holding
Yeah, a wand
in
would be a
case
safe
it's
assumption to put in the bag. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So your
That one as well.
you
Would
are
the- would
just
people-
bag and armor underneath.
Yeah.
Cool.
That feels weird now. I feel like I've
I'm now holding the bag of holding.
Ingot of the
Cool.
I
Scoldron.
feel literally and figuratively naked.
You can get away with that.
Yeah, I think I can get away with
You
that.
get away with that.
With what?
With what?
I
Yeah,
didn't realise
the-
you guys
the
had a
gold
fatality
room.
sword.
Right. Snap. What have you got? Are you just wearing your fine clothes?
My fine clothes.
Yeah.
As normal.
Oh,
I suppose that
What
stuff.
about my conch?
Stuff of Frost is going
Put that in the bag.
Your fuck huge conch on your
That's
back.
annoying. Yeah, stuff of Frost is
My
gonna
ring
have to go in
resistance I'll keep.
Cool.
there. I think we discovered that the
Arrow,
iron flask can't go in
bow.
there, so that's staying on
Yeah.
me.
Shit, the
But
flask can't go.
Hidden.
but it does look like a.
Ice rune is staying with me.
I've also got my rune.
We're gonna come across a guy
Just
in
to
the
put out,
back
Shadow of the
of
Ice Room does look like a dagger.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's-
He's back talking.
I mean, stick it in the
What does
inside.
the order of the
Goddamn.
Stein room look like?
Like that's like
That's one's all of granite.
What's
It's
this
one
one?
with the
One?
stone.
It's about that big.
What
Yeah.
one?
The order of the Stein room.
Apparently that's not the order of the stone.
Yeah,
room.
but if you,
probably get on
it's portrait.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah, yeah, do it landscape. It's a lot easier.
And apparently it's not tuned.
Yeah, it's
But
But it does
you
look
don't
quite
think
simple.
it's
Yeah, I've not actually got that.
And then you
I've
come
just
back
put it
down
out
and
and just
where
put it
I
on
was.
because no one else wants
Okay,
it.
I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think the
Was
orb.
it
I think Sasha has the orb at the
Oh.
moment. Orb with the Stein room. Do you have
No,
the Stein?
Yes, I do, but
No,
I've 2 weeks in a row I've forgotten to get rules off you for it, so I still have no idea what it does.
I thought you got given a rune.
I got the Scoldron,
He's got
He's got
Gold
skull,
rune.
yeah.
Right, that was it.
which
We traded.
yeah, this gives me like 1 AC. So
I've got the start. I've still got the actual rules for it on here if you want to look.
Right, I thought I had the.
Take a screenshot of that and then send it to
I
me
had a
through
rune
Facebook
as well,
Messenger.
didn't I? Which gave me +1 AC.
Oh, they got
Um,
traded around.
What one?
What do you mean they got traded around? Like I had a rune. If that makes sense. That gave
I
me
think
+1
we
AC.
ended up with like 2 in a bag of holding
Wasn't that a
somewhere,
skull
and we didn't
rune?
know.
The rune when we found it from the golem in the fire.
Right, it might have
That's where the skull rune is.
It
Then.
might have gone to 2 places.
Right, so
there we
you
go.
had it.
So wait,
Okay.
you have the Skuldrune. I don't
Yeah.
have the Skuldrune, which means I still have the Ring of Electric.
Yeah,
Resistance.
yeah, that's
there we
fine.
go. Yeah, no, I think we ended up having a couple of the runes in 2 places, and because we had people missing, they ended up getting reallocated to people that could use them because we thought people were tapped.
I'll put all weapons in there.
Yup.
Cool. Everything's
So-
gone in. Cool.
So yeah, the kind of daggers, the crossbow that I've got.
Yeah, all of that. Your staff has
staff.
gone in.
Both ones.
Both all the ones. Yeah.
And
Cool.
the ice rune.
I suppose I have to
Oh,
get rid of my Wand
yeah.
of the War Mage then as well.
Yeah, I've done so.
Cool. Right, Flint. You are fine clothes. Armor is in the bag.
Yep.
Weapon is in the
Sword
bag.
Keldon's got the bag. The
Oh, my fucking bag.
the rune.
You've got
I
the
have that
skull.
on me, right? Because
You've got-
it just
you've
looks like
got-
a rock.
Yeah, you've got the skull room. It just looks like an ingot of iron ore.
Yeah, so I don't really need to keep that hidden.
Cool.
I've got the.
Say it's a lucky charm.
I've got the fire rune.
That's an opal, so that's that's
which
fine.
is an opal, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
Um,
I'm just gonna have that in
Oh,
like
it's
my
like a
money
protection
pouch
on it,
with
yeah.
like
Mhm.
Yeah,
80
that's what I've
gold
got.
or something.
okay. All right, Sasha.
Hello.
You are wearing fine clothing
Yep.
and no armor, no weapons.
No, fine clothing over the armour.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Cool.
But then, yeah, crossbow, all 3 quivers, and the 2 hand axes are
Everything else
now,
is
in the bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And Fenrir.
Flametongue Greatsword is in another dimension at the moment.
Yep. Happy to do that.
I have a Ring of Lightning Resistance on, which should be fine.
It's a ring. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have the rune anymore. Wand is in the bag.
Cool.
Armor's in the bag.
Cool.
Fine clothes.
Cool. That's fine. Telgen, you're just your fine clothes
And cloak.
and a cloak. Cool.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I've
I've
got. I've
got
got my
cloak,
cloak.
yeah,
Yeah,
If
it's
you
normal.
have if you've
Basically,
got clothes, you can keep
actually,
clothes
mine's
on.
always going to be the same because that's always what he's wearing.
Yeah.
Because
You just don't have your.
I have no
your-
armor.
You don't have your staff or your weapons right
Yeah,
now, or
basically.
your focus.
But that doesn't matter because innate
Where's
magic
the
anyway.
flask?
It's on
On
my
his-
person.
on his
It
hip.
can't go in the bag
Okay.
because I
And it-
think
and
in
it
terms
looks
of
like-
it being another
because
dimension.
because
The
it's
Rangers
portal.
need a component pouch.
Yeah,
So it would
The
trigger the.
Rangers.
the whole explosion
I
shit.
believe so.
So,
But
yeah.
not many of their things actually have material components.
Okay.
So
So yeah, but it looks like
Here we
his
are.
first basically.
I can't. Would my character know how to wear studded leather and make it look like it's high class clothing?
no one
No.
is able
No.
to do that.
Okay,
because
yeah, I
because
put-
it's
I put
studded
my-
leather armor.
I put my armor and I guess the Wand of the War Mage.
The
Yep.
two people currently attempting that are wearing baggy clothes and are a short ass motherfucker who has done that for the past 6 months of wearing their clothes over the top of their armor. Because I have
so
a
I've just
robe
got
that
a
has
cloak
patches on it.
and my DOS loot because it just looks like a loot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just a loot. Yeah.
I think it's sling that over your back in it.
Oh, are you wearing your robe of useful items?
Mhm.
Good to know. Cool. So, are you guys approaching as a group or doing it as individuals?
Oh,
I think
Oh,
2
individually.
groups.
Okay.
Yeah, two groups.
Couple,
or
yeah,
in
several
pairs.
groups.
Well, no,
All
we'll
that,
go as
yeah.
this group and that
Oh,
group.
can we?
Multiple pairs is fine, but I don't think one group.
Okay.
I think I'd quite like us to go up,
Mm.
and then you guys can either go as pairs and trip, or 2 pairs and single, or a group, whatever, however you want to break it down.
Who else has message?
Him.
Cool. That
So
works.
we've got a messenger in
We've got-
either party.
yeah.
Oh, where am I? Who am I with?
You guys have all come from one pub, and we've come from a different one.
I was with you guys.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, were you with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Well, I
joined-
said 2
Sorry,
groups,
sorry.
This 4 and that 3.
Shit.
It's
Well,
fine.
okay, no, okay, yeah, that works then. That
We'll
works.
see,
fine.
we're bound
Well,
to
we're
see
walking
each
down
other
there,
anyway,
do you see
otherwise
this?
Yeah,
it's
yeah, no,
not
that's
exactly-
fine. The way I kind of envisaged it was we'd be at a table and you guys would walk in and then slowly
Well, we probably
we'd
should have
engineer
different
things
points,
of
yeah.
finding
Alright,
places
so,
for you guys to get back
let's
into armor and stuff.
see.
Yeah, let's jump at different times, but
Yeah.
two groups basically.
Yeah, no, that's
Cool,
fair enough. Sorry,
right.
I didn't realise.
So,
you were
you're a
with
group
us.
of 3 and a group of 4, yes?
Yeah,
Cool.
sure.
Group of 4, you guys are turn up first because I rolled a die and it said so.
Okay, cool. That's fair.
We needed to clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do to be fair, it
You
takes you
are
guys longer. You have to
sticky and nasty.
clean. Remind me again, you go
Nasty.
baggy or tight clothing?
Type.
Tight, cool. So, the 4 of you make your way along the docks up to the entrance. Different change in how it is this time. There you now see there are the full 9 members of crew are out on the docks. one of them standing in the middle, clearly looking like the captain, and he is there's a group of people in front of you. There's like a half elf and a halfling. So make
Very
their way
quickly,
in front of you.
before we approach,
Mhm.
I want to take the extra like 123 gold that's in my bag of holding, and then add it to my other gold in my coin purse. So it's just a bit bigger.
Bulkier. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how much?
Oh, we might want to do
How much have you got?
So
50 on me.
the two ahead of you sort of make their way in. They get to the captain. He stops and talks to them a little bit. He's clearly standing in the way of the way into the boat. He looks happy, steps out the way and motions for them to get on. You guys step your way up.
Are you like on you're over 100, yeah?
And the first thing he does is he looks straight at you
We've all got like that kind
and goes, "No armor.
You got a changing room inside?
You're not getting on the boat with armor on."
The fucking
Strip.
I'll be back.
There on the dock.
yeah,
Just there.
nah.
Yeah.
I'll wander off and then work out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Okay, cool. You'll turn around and leave.
Fuck that.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
He looks to the other three of you. Yes, you are here for
Entertainment for the night. Gambling, drinks.
Cool. He sort of looks at you, and I would like you to please make a deception check.
Me?
What?
Well,
You spoke.
I'm not deceiving. I do want to gamble.
You are still technically covering
And these guys
a lie.
hate me.
That's a big
I'm
number.
not that bad though. So deception, you say?
Yes.
I have +0.
It's
I
14.
think.
Better than a negative.
Where is deception?
+0.
Oh, there. Yeah,
It's
it's
in
+0.
alphabetical
14.
order, yo.
14.
I do.
He looks you up and down,
Yes.
nods his head, steps out the way for you to step on the boat.
Just me.
Yep.
Alright. So the others. Not
Yeah,
yet.
he-
I'll step up.
He steps back
Okay.
in the way as soon as
I
you
just
go
walk.
past.
I just walk
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
And you?
And I'll speak to him in primordial, like, you actually managed want to get on boats.
I'll turn and look to Fenrir.
It's Magica! It's Magica! Come to me!
Me and my friend would like to join our other friend gambling for the evening.
And then tap my coin purse.
I only have 11 gold, guys.
Sure.
He's not from around here. And
I
we'd like
made
to
sure
show him.
everyone in my party has at least 100 gold.
Make a deception check for me, please, Fenrir.
Please. Rolled a 5. I got an 8.
Oh, goddamn. That was probably better than me.
Oh, you're with him, so
Okay.
do you get a bonus to
No, that's only on
Oh.
saves.
5 plus 8 is 13.
Yeah, he can't help me be part of the lie.
What'd you get?
8.
8.
Oh, it's 8 plus 3.
He looks at you both up and down. And steps out the way.
Oh, nice.
What? Such an easy DC.
Half
Or
of it
he
is
rolled bad.
genuine.
The latter.
Yeah.
Do we end up getting there before?
What these?
Depends on what Stasha's gonna do. Told you I had the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
So
I think
I've got my backpack and my violin on me, and that's it.
Does he end up bumping into us?
Yeah.
Waiting, thinking about
Hang on.
how
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
good one.
are you sort of just gonna wait around the dock for the others to appear?
Because I mean, your
Thank
other
you.
option is stashing your armour in public.
What armor are you wearing, by the way?
Studded leather.
So no, okay.
Yeah.
+1
Guys,
stuff.
actually, I mean, it's take it off.
Studded leather.
Fine.
I mean, if you wait,
So I guess I'll find like an outhouse and then take it off.
kick it.
Yep, that's fine. You
Head
find somewhere
off
to take
and
it
then-
off, and then go back and wait. And
Try and
eventually,
Just get
eventually
changed
you'll
behind the
spot.
halfling.
Yeah, that'll work real well.
Eventually, you'll spot the other three approaching, and you'll be able to intercept them before they get onto the docks.
No.
What
are you doing?
I thought you were on the boat.
Take like the folded pack of leather.
I just.
Fuckers.
No, I just sort of wipe it round to the back underneath my cloak. So it's like tied onto the belt of my robe.
Are you leaving yours on?
Yeah, underneath my.
Okay.
How visible
What?
is it?
Leaving what on?
His armor.
Alright.
Relatively unnoticeable. I mean, it's standard leather armour
you're wearing +1 leather studded now because you all bought +1 studded.
I
So
need
those
to
studs-
double check that because I haven't got it written in my notes.
You bought
We
+1
definitely
studded
did.
we
for
all bought
everyone.
it.
Oh, in which
Everyone.
case, yeah, I'm going to take it off.
Everyone
Yeah.
is +1.
It's,
Yeah,
it's the studs that make
it's
it
the
very
studs that
visible.
are
Yeah,
the
it's
problem.
the studs. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was just standard leather
Get
on,
away
I
with
was
that.
like, I can get away with that under a shirt. You can get away with
It looks
that.
like a leather vest.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not with
the
+1.
studded is the issue. Cool.
Yeah.
So you take yours.
I will
To
take
be
mine
fair,
off
you could have
also.
taken yours off before. It's
I
studded.
will do.
Yeah.
I just genuinely haven't added it in here for some reason,
Yes.
which I will do now.
Is
Cool.
it the same guy that we saw last time?
No. Well, though that is one of the other
Okay,
guys.
cool, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
So we
it's different guy.
walk up. What,
Cool.
does he stop us or anything?
The captain does. Yeah. He stops there.
Hello.
Better.
These are my
sorry,
nipples.
I'm sorry.
What?
We're,
What are you here for?
I wish to gamble. What are you? Sure, we're gambling.
Make a perception check.
Seriously. wanna try and like aid me in my
No,
deception?
Or if we're like buddying up with each other, we
Don't
get.
get to aid.
but-
No aid in this. This
Yeah.
is each individual person that's got to do this.
So currently, us three are on.
The person that's most deceptive is going to end up with the one not on the ship.
Two people that have charisma as like one of their main
Nine.
stats.
Sure.
9.
Hey, I have it.
He
as
looks
an
you up
average
and
stat.
down.
No charisma.
Seriously, fucking.
No.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I rolled a 3 on something I have fucking
Yeah.
expertise in. Just
What's the total?
9.
Oh.
That's not the
That's a
worst.
fucking awful roll.
It's still not the worst.
It could well be the worst.
Will you get advantage because he knows places like this?
Not in this case, it doesn't. He looks at you and he goes, I'm sorry, who are you? Why are you here in Yartar? I've never seen you before. And I've never heard the name Friedrich von blah blah blah. I know everyone who comes on this ship as a matter of principle.
God, it's very nice to continue to speak
Are
broken
you
primordial.
sure that was his name?
You
I
say
was
you're
quite-
smash when
I'm
you
being
mention that.
really unsubtle, like.
Oh,
I'm that.
Earthplane
Are you
is
sure
very
that's what his
Egyptian.
name was? I was really fucking drunk last night and I can't
Oh,
remember.
Fuck, the guy fucking got us, didn't he?
I'm sure his name was Francis.
Go ahead and make another deception check.
That's
Oh.
a 15
Oh,
plus
shit.
6. So
Plus
21.
21. Thank you. I know Francis. He steps out your way.
Oh, thank you, sir. To the tables. And I just sort of, my eyes are sort of going, tables.
I see you by the tables and the deck. Yeah,
Just sort of
Bye.
wave. Gone.
You three?
the same.
Well, sorry, I'll talk to you first.
Mm,
You're
yeah.
here to gamble, are you? Make
Of
a
course.
deception check.
Who has the token?
22.
22.
Yeah.
I think I got
Oh,
it
no,
back.
okay.
He
Oh, good thing he got on.
nods, steps out your way,
Yeah.
let you on.
Thank you.
I'll come to you in a bit.
Gamble and also to make contacts. I'm a player, you see. I want to find some new venues to play at.
Make a deception check. He lets you on.
19.
One.
It doesn't matter.
Your modifiers beat
Your
it.
modifier beat what I rolled.
My modifier is +9.
Yeah, your modifier beat what I rolled. He lets you on.
So that's everyone, nearly.
Yeah.
It's a rule. No weapons, no armor.
Aye. No armour. Big coin purse.
Make a perception check.
None of that was a lie.
I know.
14.
He got a 13.
Oh.
So he
I'm
does
close.
he does stand there for a few seconds, sort of just like eyeballing you, before nodding, letting you pass. So
I'm surprised we all got on, to be honest.
I very much thought I wasn't going to then.
Good old
So did we all.
I thought I fucking for us.
so
Good old Francis, eh? We were pissed, man.
Where you guys all made your way in to this room, you find yourself inside a very large cabin. It's a gambling hall. You can see that quite clearly. There are already people here who are spending. The centerpiece of this hall is a gold-plated wooden statue of a goose that rests on a table in the aft end. And there are arranged around it glasses of fine wine.
Do we see anyone going up to that?
Oh yeah, people have just come up and are just taking glasses.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking a glass.
I will. I'm gonna pass my eye across the tables because this is quite a large room. So there's got to be
It's
like a good
big.
half a dozen.
Do you want me to
tables.
like
there-
hold you
are
up
there,
so you
like-
can see over
Are
everyone?
there like different?
I don't require that.
like lots of people are different, like poor
Races.
and rich. Kind of, you know, is it?
It's just people with money.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
I mean,
people with money.
this is a
and,
minimum
and
buying
the
kind of place.
employees, but they look quite good.
Yeah.
What like just
mixture of
looking at the
races?
tables, if I can see any from here, like what is people like average bet?
Yeah, that's what I'm following on that as well.
Hard to tell because there's no money going down on the table.
Just coins.
There is just
tokens.
these
Chips.
Is it-
these chips.
Can we spot somewhere where they seem to be?
chips.
Do those chips look
Okay.
identical to that?
They do look identical to the one you've got.
Cool, so we just came in with free
Thank you.
money.
But I'll finish setting the scene.
Yeah. Sorry, we've jumped in to try and get bits so we can
Yeah,
see the scene before you
$10,000
finish
chip
setting it.
there.
Across from to your behind the goose, which is to your left, there is a spiral staircase that heads up. There is on the wall across from that hangs an unflattering portrait of a fat, foppish, grinning man.
A fat, foppish, grinning man.
Yes.
Good.
And it's unflattering. He does have on his shoulder. He has a
Gosling.
what is it? Where is it? An octopus.
An octopus.
In the painting, there is an octopus just sort of on his shoulder.
That's a bit different. Do I recognise this?
Not
at
what I
all?
was expecting.
No.
No. Okay.
Davy
Nope.
Jones is not-
But you've been enough to say that's probably the guy who runs the joint.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
obviously the
Proprietor.
proprietor. Thank
Yeah.
you. But yeah, no, I was just like that. That's the sort of detail that like you. That's the sort of thing that if anything of a person you would ever remember is the they've got an octopus on their shoulder sometimes, you'd fucking remember that part. They might cut people off using cheese wire, but you might not remember that. But you remember the octopus and
Yeah.
not to fuck with them.
Yeah.
No, okay.
So, and there are there's actually about a dozen or so tables sort of scattered around, all card games, all with card dealers responsible for running the game. As you guys are sort of, as you're basically all of you have just sort of walked in and looked around nervously, gone and picked up a glass and sort of watched until you've all met up because simplicity. You do watch as a human woman dressed in a sort of lime green robe with these sort of like darker green serpents sort of coiled around it. She looks like that.
Fuck that pen.
Fuck that pen entirely. In actual fact, that's the guy you see the painting of.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So human male,
Yeah.
beard.
Human male with a beard and a big red
A
octopus.
bit piratey.
Yeah.
A little bit piratey.
Recall.
I mean,
What else
admittedly,
would you
the
expect with
picture
an octopus on his shoulder.
isn't very flattering.
More
So,
parrot, but
Yeah.
she makes her way over to you. Looks around at you, smiles.
I'd prefer not to have.
I wouldn't have met up with everyone.
Yeah,
Same.
I'd have gone to a table. I wouldn't have met up with them.
You go to a table and find you can't play without buying things
Or I'd
first.
have gone to where to buy
That's
them.
fine. In the case if you guys haven't grouped together, she does this to each of you individually.
Cool, that's fine.
As soon as you walk in, in fact, it's a little bit strange. As soon as you guys walked in, she sort of has just glanced across, clocked you, carried on with her conversation, and then made her way like directly over towards you.
She's the hostess.
And to each of you individually, She smiles very sweetly. And so you are new. This is the first time on this ship.
Yes.
You wish to buy chips?
Yes. We need to paraphrase because we're not going to do 8 conversations.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm just saying the one conversation. I'm just saying it once.
Yeah, which assume the answer.
Someone says no.
No,
Shit.
I'm here to kill people. What?
Stab.
Touch my master. Stop.
Perfect. So it is a minimum buy-in of 100 gold.
That was a bit lucky.
You think that was lucky, or do you
No.
think that was criminally devised as a minimum
Got
number?
11 gold, dude.
Everyone on my
Like me
side
to
has at
spot
least
him.
100 gold.
I think this is where you like jam me in the ribs or
Each
something.
chip is worth 50
Sure.
gold pieces. How many would you each like?
Each chip's 50.
You get 5,000. Was that no?
You went like 300.
No, you'd get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know you still
are
get
we
100
still with you
chips.
because we walked up
But
together?
they're technically
Yeah.
then worth.
Alright.
So one chip is worth 50.
50 gold. Yeah.
So with the minimum
So the
buy-in,
minimum
you
is
get
100.
2
Yeah.
chips.
Two chips.
I would like.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm doing that completely wrong.
50. I'd like 5 chips, please.
Cool.
Yeah.
She holds out her hand.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah.
sort of.
And
I
she-
get the gold out of the bag
give,
holding.
give it to her in copper.
She, from beneath her robe, pulls out a bag of holding, drops the money in, reaches out and pulls out 5 chips.
So that's 50, 100, 150.
250.
250. Thank you.
Who's buying chips and how many you buy?
I'll have 2, please. And then I just look at Fenrir.
I'll have 2.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
you
He'll
want
have
some?
2. I'll have 2. I'll have 4.
Oh, well, I
I'm
mean.
more of a
So that's
watcher.
Oh, well.
you bought 2, so 100 there, 300 there, for 6.
Oh, well, come
Yeah,
on.
so I
Buy
get
one.
300
Have one
gold,
round.
yeah.
Come on. Let's play
I
around.
give you
Pay a
a
hand. Come on.
token.
I
suppose this is
buy-in.
like the most uncomfortable
Yes,
sector has ever
Minimum
been.
buy-in is 2
She
tokens.
smiles even wider about.
I'm trying to upsell whilst like we're talking to her. I'm trying to upsell
I mean,
him
a
at
lot
the
of that
same
pipe
time.
also belongs to
Giving
me.
her
Yeah.
So don't carry it.
Is there any money in that bag for this party fund? Or is it just...
I'm trying to sell him
Free for all.
Extra shit. All the party funds was in his bag.
This is the downside of the party fund bag. Currency.
I
So
have
I
all
need,
of
like,
the money.
I need a 20th of one chip. Or maybe a bit more.
You've got 5 gold.
And whereas I've just
Sorry,
spent
no,
half
yeah,
the
yeah,
funds-
sorry, 1 gold.
Whereas I've just spent half the funds on chips.
Wait, how
What
much
are you doing
gold?
here? But, oh god.
A 20th
After
of
the
50
fine clothes.
is.
Just give him 2 of your chips, dude.
Fuck. So I spent 300 gold to get 2 chips for myself and 2 chips for
Yep.
myself.
I need to spend some more.
Snap, and
I
you
don't
buy,
have any more.
Way back.
What?
I need to find our walk-in bank.
buy 1 chip.
I thought it was minimum 100.
The shit.
Oh yeah. Dude, chips. Three.
You know what?
No,
Andrew, you take all 4, and
Yeah,
then I need to like keep a unit.
Yeah,
like the
Six.
I
primordial
bought
that can't.
6 chips.
The primordial that can't speak common.
I'll just take
Is there anyone playing music here, by the way?
You
there
understand
is.
primordial?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh, thank Christ, something to do.
Is it just random people standing around, or they look like they're employees?
There are employees playing.
You're just
music.
gonna like
They
get
are
mad at
paid
him, and
to
he's
be-
gonna be like, I know. And
Very
like,
good.
I hope there's no one else that can understand primordial other than in the party, right? Otherwise,
well, there probably is. Are there other like
Yeah,
genocide? Are there
NPC?
other
There are all sorts of weird
like,
races here.
all races?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Are
well
there
covered.
There are turtles.
There aren't any turtles.
Yeah.
There aren't any drow.
There are.
There's one.
There's
one.
drow. There's no kenku.
Oh.
A kenku would get turned away at the door.
Oh.
Get the fuck out.
Nah, my Kenku wouldn't.
Yes,
yeah, you
fucking
would.
It doesn't matter what kenku.
Everyone is
thieving
just like,
fucking
no
bastards.
fucking way is he
No
getting
way
in
are they getting that
anywhere.
on the
He
ship.
walks into the establishment. Full house, full house.
Straight in the drink.
I got spurs
Cool.
at jingle, jangle, jingle.
So
Jingle, jangle.
you guys have your chips. You don't have to start playing now. It's fine. Just
Cool.
stand and drink for a bit.
I
After some
would like
time,
to see what games are being played.
various. Oh, she does tell you that. Where's the words? The fuck is it?
I think before I lose you in the crowd, I'm just going to hand you my 3 chips. So
I mean, you're gonna have to make sleight of hand because you're trying to do it subtly, and this is a place filled with staff.
I don't think they're going to care too much. I mean, these 3 have just been swapping chips around like.
Okay, as someone with a criminal background, this is a mob casino. You definitely want to cover everything if you can.
Alright, well, I mean, you know, Sasha's still naive enough to try and fucking do that.
Yeah. No. But if you
So
do it
if
as
it
suddenly
needs
as
be,
possible,
I'll do it.
this place is not above board. Because there's something dodgy going on.
Unless you won them from her.
Unless you're on the top deck.
Okay. So you are.
It's probably got tails.
She advises you to stay within the confines of the whatchamacallit.
This deck.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you can travel to the upper deck, but it is advised to stay within the building.
Okay.
Essentially.
But if she does that, I'm going to ask her: is there any sort of danger on this trip? I thought we were here for a good time, and some cards.
Yes, but the good time is inside.
Oh, very good. That's
It
fine.
is better for you to remain inside. That is where the food and the drink and the cards are.
Well, the drink, the food, and the cards are coming my way. Thank you very much. Let's go. I want some cards. And I just pick out a table that looks good.
I'm a like walk around the tables, listening to different conversations, see if anything like seems interesting based on what I'm here looking for. Like, you know, any.
Not really.
Okay.
It's sort of people play the game, laughing at each other's expense, bad hands and stuff. In terms of games being played, pick a card game and it's being played.
Dice.
Old maid.
Pick a casino card game and it's being played.
Does
So there's no casino dice games.
No, because there's all card games.
it's not, there's no craps and there's
No
no
roulette?
roulette.
No, it's all cards.
Does Sasha have to? He wants to try and hand off those chips that he got to me during the evening. Are you gonna make him roll for that?
No, because they actually don't care.
Cool. Okay.
Told you. Yeah, so have an extra 3.
So that's 8. Cool. Just so I've got a number of how many I've got.
I mean, it is noticed. You as you do the
Yeah,
woman
but
who
that's the
sold
thing. I
you-
was trying to make it not noticed.
Yeah. You get the sense that this woman has a good idea of what's going on at all times within this room. She's
Fuck.
there is a reason she is in charge of the chips.
She's Teller. Right. That makes a lot more sense.
That's why she has the bag of holding full of them.
Is there any like
Sorry, I thought she was on the floor.
out of all the
yeah,
places that
she's
she's told us
wandering
not to go?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere that's more guarded than anywhere else?
I mean, explicitly, you've been told just to stay inside, basically.
Okay.
Is there a bar?
There is a bar. Well, I mean, there's the wine, and there is a dining room,
Yes.
which you have to get to the dining room. You have to go up the stairs, along a corridor, and back downstairs. And you go past various doors to do it, but
Just for ease of things, what card games are there? So there's poker and another one, I
I'm gonna
guess.
play blackjack.
there'll be blackjack. There'll be various forms of poker.
Cool. I'm gonna grab one of the poker tables.
All right, cool. We'll work out a later point how the fuck that's gonna play.
Yeah, or blackjack. Whatever is easiest for you to run. I'm just gonna jump on that.
That's fine.
I'm not fast how what card it is. Just whatever's easiest.
I was trying to work out a way to make it run. Like
Yeah,
it
I mean
not
I've got cards.
because we're not playing a game of cards. That'll take too long.
We can
Yeah,
sit
no,
over
but
20.
you can split stream it. But I've got cards if you want to use cards. I even have poker chips.
We're not. No,
I'm,
because it takes too
I
long.
know you want to use them.
Basically, I'm saying we should play poker.
I'm
So is there
I'm
going
down
to be
for
a
that.
future episode to say this is what happened in the casino?
Poker.
Yeah, we shouldn't because I can't shuffle like a casino card dealer can.
So,
It's important to do it properly.
I can.
I'm gonna head up that stairs,
Mhm.
and then because you have to have upstairs, across, and then back down to get dining
Yeah.
room, purely because of the amount of people and
Just-
guests.
it's just
there.
those- it's just the layout.
things are.
What is on the upper deck?
It's just there's 3 doors.
I'm gonna have a quick kind of Are they just? Oh, are they just complete wooden doors? On
Yeah, they're wooden doors. Yeah. Which there are, as you go up there are some people who are sort of standing around up there, drinking.
Guests.
Yeah, guests who are just sort of getting away from the noise. 'Cause it is, there's
So
music
not tables
playing.
upstairs?
There isn't tables upstairs. They're just standing in the corridor.
Interesting.
There's a fair amount of music downstairs. There's a bit of chatter, as it's wont to be. And as the sun sets, the crew come back on the ship. They sort of pass through. The captain comes into the gambling room and talks to the woman.
What did I take?
Before he heads back out and goes somewhere else.
Is there anything in these rooms?
The doors are locked.
What does he
They are
speak?
all of them locked. Okay.
He only speaks in common.
I know exactly what he says.
Okay,
I have observed.
he's just said we're ready to go.
Okay, cool. Sorry. I'm just like, I know. I was like double checking. I had observant. I want to know what he's saying.
Execute all of them.
Yeah.
Especially the half.
The weird new ones.
And all she said is
All
we're
the
ready
basic
here as
things.
well.
Cool. I'm just because I now
Yeah.
have the ability to lip read. I'm just.
That's fine. And after a few moments, you feel a shift in the weight of the boat as it sets off.
And we go which compass direction vaguely are we going? Just so I can orientate myself on the map. Because I have a feeling we're going west.
No,
following
we're
the
going
river.
south.
We're going south. Okay.
We're following the river.
I can't remember which way.
It's a north-south river.
Okay, cool.
You're just going
I have
south.
a feeling we were going.
A few moments after you set off, down the stairs, octopus on shoulder, comes the proprietor, who starts making his way down. You watch as he sort of starts making his way around tables and people, and he shakes their hands, greets them. A couple of them, he not so slyly slips a couple of extra chips. And he spends a little bit more time talking to them, chatting, having a laugh. And he eventually makes his way around to all of you, whether individually or as a group. Introduces himself as Lord Drylund. Drylund.
Does the name ring a bell?
Not really.
No, okay, cool.
Have I ever heard of it?
Called Drylund. That he worked
Whilst
on.
he's there, I'm going to
And has an
inquire as
octopus.
to what games he himself enjoys playing and whether or not I might see him at the table later.
He doesn't play. He just provides
No,
and
that's very
enjoys the
well.
conversation.
Well, maybe I shall catch you for a glass later on instead then.
He does ask. He will ask each of you where you're from, sort of what you're doing, how you came into your money, sort of things like that.
I answered truthfully as to where I'm from and in the antiques business as to where the money came from, which is vaguely true.
The picture on the wall, is that designed intentionally to look unflattering, if that makes sense? Like, is it like
Or
a
is it
soft
very-
mocker?
Or is he an
kind
ugly
of,
man?
like, knowing that it makes him look bad, but he still hands it up anyway?
It looks better when
Or
he
is it actually
stands
genuinely
next to
like
it.
that kind of... Yeah.
It looks like it's just been sort of. I mean, it's
a
been
poor representation.
Yeah, well, it's been intentionally painted to be unflattering. Maybe not from his request, but he's put it up anyway because apparently he has the confidence to not give a shit.
Ah, okay.
Game to that man.
I tell him I think it's pretty obvious where I'm from, but
Yeah, which he's very weirdly. Everyone else is, there are a little bit of odd looks, and if you walk by tables, he will sort of shift away from you. But he's proper like, oh, a drow. Never met one of those before.
does he ask me questions?
He does. He sort of just talks, makes conversation.
Tell him where I'm from. I would think of a city, but I can't.
That's
remember.
fine. You tell him to see.
I imagine he acts like one of these really awkward people. It's like, funny, my drow friend. I've always wanted a drow friend. Now, nobody can say I'm racist because I have a drow friend.
Oh, it's so
I'm going to
bad.
ask him just briefly what he would recommend to eat. what would be one of the best dishes?
Calamari.
No, exactly. That wouldn't be. Yeah. Like,
course.
what he would.
He's got an octopus, not squid.
Whatever.
It's
Tentacles.
similar.
You pour
It's
soy
like-
sauce and it goes.
Oh dear.
Octopus tastes really good.
Yeah, I'm really good for deep right.
Yeah.
He would list some fancy food. I mean, essentially, it's fine meats, you know,
Yeah.
and it's paid for. You
I
know,
love the
you're
fact
not buying it. This is the sort of thing of, you know, if you were to go find it,
Interesting.
to go buy it yourselves, you'd be spending, you know, hundreds of gold on to be able to get, and he apparently has the cash to just be like, meh, off you go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because the
Says
house
a lot
always
about-
wins. They're gonna make money off
Yeah,
it.
it says a lot about how much money he wins from this.
I mean, it's 50 gold a chip.
So he asks where we're from and like how he came to our money.
Mhm.
So I was sorry, me common not so good. Picture is very nice. My money,
So Flint's gone full on Borat.
Yeah.
killing giants.
Oh, Sasha.
He doesn't speak primordial.
No, I'm speaking that in common.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But he doesn't speak primordial to actually speak to you.
So yeah, when he asks like, oh, where'd you get your money from? Like, killing giants.
I nod in agreement.
It's going well.
Maybe he killed the giant queen.
Both of you two make insight checks for me.
Oh wow, they're both as bad as each other.
What does he roll?
Plus nothing.
What bloody tab
F.
skills? Insight. Oh, 7.
6.
Hardcore
With a plus
there.
3, I get out
Hardcore.
to 7.
3, I get nothing.
Wow.
No nada.
I'm
Yeah,
proficient.
he doesn't seem to
apparently.
react to that at all. This conversation moves on. Anyone gotta talk to him while he's
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Cool.
Currently, I work in the colleges of Silvery Moon, you see, and I'm currently trying to create record what's happening with the giants and their attacks. Like there was an attack in 10 Towns a while back. There have been giants turning up in Waterdeep. I think there was one who was wandering around near Everland.
There was a dead one in Red Rock.
There's quite a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep a track of what's everything that's happening.
Make an insight check.
Think fuck off castle over the Evermore.
You just mentioned giants.
Fuck's sake.
And Waterdeep, depending on how where it was.
I got 12.
He is difficult to read. You can't. Well, I say difficult to read. I mean, he is. He's just smiling. He doesn't seem to react
And
out
why-
of the ordinary.
So, have you heard
He's
that?
aware that there are giant attacks.
I am actually asked. Do you know of any news about that I might have missed? Because you've got a lot of different people coming onto this boat who might have heard something I've missed so far.
Are we
Not
all,
really.
Are we all at the same?
Watch
The three of us at the same.
No,
Maybe.
No, I went
Because
there.
you went away.
Well, I was listening to the music.
You were listening. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, that's where I was at the Crown Uriel and.
So I've just
Oh,
reassorted.
let's say you're also there, so you also could make an insight check
Sure.
as you're also there.
Considering if he talks to me, I'm just going to give him like very, very curt, short, awkward.
I mean, that's
Oh,
answers.
fine.
what? So
yeah,
because
this.
because of this interaction, I could have incited that as well.
Oh, you were Sorry, yeah, you were with them. Yeah. So
you
go ahead and
were
make an
with
insight
us,
check
so-
as well.
I
Sorry.
mean,
Yeah.
it's probably not going to go great.
That's exactly what I was just trying to check whether or not I could insight on that.
21.
12. I
It
don't know
doesn't
what that
matter.
roll
He's
was.
gonna fucking
but-
do it.
That's fine. You didn't
Oh, cool.
do anything.
Depends what you rolled.
He has definitely reacted to the word giant,
Okay, in what way?
as in, he knows something about the giant problem. Something that he probably shouldn't know.
Okay.
What do you know?
So yeah, when he walks off, I'll just lean into you and go, yeah, he's holding something back.
Who are you with?
Yeah, he's
How
listening to the
big is
music
this
with me.
octopus, by
Because
the way?
that's about all I can do in
it's a
my
normal size
over
octopus,
anxiety
yeah, so-
state right now.
How do you
Which-
come to the octopus? Why?
Oh, that's my pet.
It's a
Is it
defining
breathing?
feature.
It is breathing.
How-
Although,
yeah,
once-
exactly. How
once-
is it?
it does have a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like it shouldn't be.
Moist.
It can survive. Octopus can survive out of water for a period of time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can.
Not that long.
It's not been that long.
Yeah. Just
fair amount of time, but yeah.
not that long. I'm talking. It's less than an hour.
No, it's less than an hour. It's every 30 minutes or so, he goes back upstairs and then comes back
Okay, cool.
with a
I-
newly wet.
I wasn't sure whether or not he'd gone away because I was like, if he's
Yeah,
been
no,
here
he-
for like, if he's
he
greeting
does
everyone in the building, then that's breathing. It's aspirating liquids somehow. It must be.
No, he does. You know, he wanders around, but he does make sure it. Yeah. And after he's greeted everyone, he goes back and he doesn't come back with it.
But he does come back.
He comes back, but his octopus stays wherever the tank is.
Right. Okay.
30 to 60 minutes depending on the atmospheric conditions.
So, what does that mean? I was correct.
Yeah, I wasn't saying. I was just saying that I'm surprised
Snap.
that.
You were saying
I
something.
actually knew what the fuck I was talking
Yeah.
about.
I thought it was shorter or longer.
It seems a bit odd to have a. Well, you're a man of the sea, and it makes sense. But why an octopus? And how?
Is he a man?
Did you just pick it up and go?
He owns a boat.
Yeah, well,
Not one that goes
like,
to the sea.
or you just.
It actually does go towards the sea.
You know, you clearly made your money because you seem quite wealthy. You're offering this for people.
Sorry to jump in. Just whilst.
I'm not there with you.
No.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
player question.
Okay.
When we saw the boat previously, was it going in the same direction
Yes.
as we? Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I made friends with it. I like sea life. I particularly like creatures that have tentacles. So
Alright. Okay.
there's, I
What do you
have.
think?
It is interesting the things they can achieve. How surprisingly dexterous they are with what is essentially the equivalent of an arm.
You'd love my hometown.
You met a kraken? They like the bigger version of it, a giant version of it.
Make an insight
No,
check for me.
tentacles.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So.
We're just slipping the G word in there.
Oh!
So close.
If only you were nearby.
Contested.
Huh?
Yeah, but if he rolled a 2,
Yeah,
No,
plus.
nearly a 20.
that's like 3 or something.
No,
the
it's
total?
just a 2.
Oh.
Just a 2. Alright, yeah, that's cool.
You know it.
Ouch.
Nothing to read there.
No.
So
He
he
doesn't
just
actually continue the
He
conversation.
just doesn't
with the
answer.
kraken.
I mean,
So
he just says
the whole afternoon.
no,
Giant,
no,
giant,
no.
giant,
giant,
giant, giant.
Yeah. Ah.
3 storm
Would you want it?
giants, seem to be on the wall.
Would be an interesting thing.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Large and have very powerful tentacles.
Enjoy the night. I'll try and
I assume he's not openly carrying any weapons of sorts.
No, he's not armed at all.
Is anyone
Octopus is his weapon.
open carry?
No one is armed.
Cool.
Apart from the crew.
No, that's what I meant. Is crew
Yeah.
open carry.
The crew were, yeah.
Yeah, they're open carry single blade or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
I'd like to compare subtly the token from my bag of holding, which we
Same.
and is exactly the
It's
same.
the same chip, yeah.
Can I? Like the goose is the goose hand painted onto them, or is it like press printed onto them? Oh, it's printed on.
Oh, that's cool.
I was going to try and get some sense of how out of date that chip might have been before using it. So it's still going to be okay.
Yeah, it will still pass, yeah.
Cool, awesome.
Cool, right. So you shared information. You're anyone else meeting up, doing anything together, or you're all up? It was me.
That's a word.
That
I'm
was
playing
one hell of a
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play around.
Okay, so you spend some hours playing
Can I
cards,
spot check you while you're playing?
as in.
Just kind of go around whatever table he's at, read everyone, and just like message him. Just like,
He's gonna go
Um,
look
oh
at their
God.
cards.
no,
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 No.
there aren't spectators at the tables.
Okay.
It is you play at the table or you're not near a table. It's a
Right.
well-oiled machine.
Okay.
I'm quite happy to play.
Okay.
I'm gonna say those of you playing cards, let's say make an I want to say intelligence roll. It's the best thing I can think of.
I suppose
Because it's a mind
It's
game.
intelligence, sleight of hand, and deception, isn't it?
Well, what are you sleight of handing?
Need a
though?
luck stat.
There's
You're
nothing to
deceiving-
sleight of
you're
hand.
deceiving-
You can't sleight of
You're
hand
deceiving
anything.
Insight
people
then.
with what you might have,
You
or you
keep-
could also
Uh,
be
Yes,
uh,
insight,
fair.
it's insight, deception, and
Probably
Insight,
performance as well.
deception, performance,
Alright,
charisma, any of those
make-
would be okay.
Make of your choice. Make an insight check or a deception check.
Insight or deception? Well, I'm going for deception.
Always deception.
Yeah, definitely.
They're both +3.
I have a
Fuck,
plus. I have a
that's two.
plus on deception. I have a 0 on insight.
15.
It was so near.
Cool. Right. Who's gambling? Raise hands for gambles. Cool. You got a
19.
19. Cool. You will win some. I don't know what. You got a
15.
You will lose.
Oh wow, you roll higher then.
I did.
Lose.
5.
You lose all your chips. Only you only have one buy-in, so you lose all you lose chips anyway.
I
And
have
then-
2 chips.
Yeah.
25.
25. Fuck me.
You
Alright.
win big.
Yeah, you'll win 4 chips.
22.
I what, sorry?
You'll win
actually
4
got it.
chips.
One.
You'll 4.
Oh,
4
I'm on
chips.
4 now. Okay, cool.
No, you won.
No, you won 4.
I won
You
4.
are
Yeah.
up 4.
Cool.
You are in a
You'll
net
win
profit.
3 chips.
Awesome.
You'll win 2 chips.
11.
Someone 4.
So you're on.
Are you 2?
Wait, were the?
You're
I
on
take it the
plus-
chips were
you both
exchanged
have two
for
chips.
back.
I got 1 left,
Yeah.
I think. Did I lose 1 chip
Huh?
for 15?
Were they? Like, did she explain?
No, but that's the gem.
We had to do the minimum buy-in of 100.
I thought it was minimum, the thing minimum.
No,
No,
each chip
table-
is worth 50, but the minimum buy-in is 100.
Like
so
minimal
it's 2
buy-in
chip.
to play is
Alright,
It's a,
100.
it's a 2
Oh.
chip blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So football poker, the small blind is 2.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys spend time gambling, whatever. What else are you doing? Are you meeting up at all?
I'm going over to the food place.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, me then afterwards. That's where I was.
Is this
Can eat
octopus
food.
dude still walking around?
You're still walking around, yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on those key figures.
Did he
the
seem-
proprietor, the teller, and any of the staff or any figure that seems to have an agenda? I'm just going to.
Just those 2. The others are
I'm-
just employees.
In which
Is there
case, I'm going
anyone
to keep my eye
on
on
the
them, and I'm going to
stairs?
try and keep, where possible, where I'm going to play, but I'm going to, where I can, I'm going to keep my eye on them. I'm going to try and catch parts of the conversation as I can by eye.
Did he seem legitimately interested in the Underdark and stuff like that? Like,
You seem curious, yeah.
okay, cool. I'm gonna.
His conversation is just talking
About
about.
mundane.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
No, that's
mundane
fine. That's
stuff.
fine.
I'm gonna engage in conversation as he comes back round.
Okay.
Is there anyone actually on the stairs? Like, or is it constantly someone going up and down? Or
I mean,
occasionally-
they're in use.
Right, as I'm going to go to there. As I'm doing it, the second I see the steps are free for a second, I am going to send a message to Alton and Teldrin and Flynn, saying the captain knows something about the giants, but we're not sure what.
You can reply to this message.
And you can reply to this message.
You're
just-
casting it 3 times.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Just
why
to-
I'm doing it when I'm going upstairs. I looked where you going before
Just
I
to
walked
check,
up and
do
did
you,
it.
when,
Who are
when,
you
you,
talking to
when,
first?
when you cast message, do your lips move?
You
Well,
point at them.
talk.
No, you don't. You can be.
If- no, like,
if you're
No,
replying,
but
I
you
mean-
point. You have to point.
You have to point. So you have to point at the person you're sending a message to and whisper, and then yes, the person replying has to talk.
Yeah,
It
but
just-
no one else can
but
hear
no one
it.
else can hear it.
Okay, cool.
But you still have to move your mouth. I'm leading it right here. You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
what
It
was
doesn't
the
have to be
message?
super obvious. You don't have to stand there like.
No,
You can do a like.
what was the do? Me as the receivee, do I know where he is?
No.
From having that, so I can't reply.
You can point with something else if you
No,
don't
you
know.
don't,
what
you
I
just
mean,
reply.
Oh, we
You would have
we
to
can
point.
just reply. Okay, cool. So what was the message you said? Sorry.
The drow
The
That's
captain
the-
knows something about the
Hello.
guy with the office knows something about giants, but me and Sasha are not sure what.
And I'll just sort of just brush as if there were crumbs on my face. Maybe we should talk to him more.
I don't think you have to move
I-
your lips. You can just reply.
No, well, yeah, I'm
I'm doing it as your mouth is covered with your.
yeah, I'm not going to
Covering your
speak-
mouth. Cool. Say your message.
Yeah, we should try and find out if he knows some more. And as I'm just sort of brushing my face.
Okay, and then Teldrin second.
Cool.
I don't reply.
Cool.
And then finally.
I don't reply either, but
Alright.
noted.
Cool.
'Cause I failed my insight check.
You sure you don't want to reply in
Do you know what?
broken
I'm going to very much keep my eye on
If there's still no one about, I am then going to
idea.
for Snap and then his name's
Fenrir.
Fenrir, that's it. Yeah.
After receiving this message, whereabouts is the proprietor?
At that moment in time, actually, as you're just sort of like looking around at the top of the staircase, he starts making his way up the staircase.
So I didn't get to engage in conversation.
I mean, he talked with you a little bit, but he does midway through it while it's going on go, sorry, excuse me, I need to have a little lie down for a bit. I have a bit of a headache.
I'm going to...
Oh, is he
Inside
going up the
that.
same staircase I was
I think
at?
it's like
Let's
that.
make an insight check.
So is he going
Do
up the same
I-
staircase I just went up?
Yeah.
Don't use that dice.
Oh,
is that 20?
I'm
What'd you get?
23.
Do
Cool.
I see him...
He is going upstairs because he has a headache.
Ugh.
But you get the sense he expects the headache.
He
That's
expects
boring.
the
As in, it's a regular thing. He regularly gets headaches for whatever reason.
It's a massage octopus.
Okay, I'm gonna look at where he goes.
He
It's
goes
travel
to, he
sick.
goes to the stairs.
Yeah.
And he makes his way up. Are you just following up the stairs?
No, I'm just looking where he's gone.
He goes up. There's only one staircase in the
Okay.
room. He
And you
goes
can
up
see
that
him walk
staircase.
past us and go, oh.
I am going to be playing.
Do I-
So, but I
top.
thought you said you had to go up the stairs and then you went in somewhere. And where did you go after that?
Oh, so you are following him up the staircase.
Do I see...
Are we allowed up this staircase?
Yeah.
All right then, yeah.
Because that's how you got to the dining room.
Do I notice Teldrin leaving? Because I was about to say, do I see the captain speak, but do I also see Teldrin follow him up the stairs?
Well, I
mean-
guess I'll be continuing the conversation as we're
Yeah,
walking
you
up.
continue the conversation, and you said you'll keep an eye on him. So,
Yeah.
so you'll see him leave, and because you see him leave, you'll see Teldrin go.
Okay.
It's basically me saying like, "Oh, have you ever been there? If you need a guide,
It's
I
really
do know. I
dark.
do know my way around.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go, blah blah blah.
As
you know.
they start to sort of breach the ceiling level of this floor, I will, at the end of this round, I will cash myself out, and I will pass 2 chips off onto Snap, and I'm gonna meander around, but I'm gonna go up a level.
Okay.
I'm going to actually be play my lute at the top just to take as if I'm
But how
taking a
many
break.
six?
So you
Okay.
are
So I'm in the corridor
You
between
are on
2
eight.
stairs. It's the quietest area.
Only one
Trying to
floor.
actually hear my own playing. When everyone else is.
That's fair. What is everyone else doing?
Well, I'm
So-
standing with him, but then I'm going to move. Well,
We
No, I'm gonna
were
move away a bit
next
from
to
him and
you.
just
Would
sort
you
Well, it depends whether you follow. I mean, I was just talking to him. You heard the conversation. Just generic.
Jordan,
Yeah,
your
I think
question.
it was.
Should we follow?
Your
Was
question
was
again?
this
Or
message that I
quiz,
received during my
Tavern
conversation
Leaders
with?
Yes.
I don't know what I'd ask.
How many giants come down?
Oh, the captain.
I will.
knows
I will
something about
breach the
giants,
subject
so
when I
just
hear
don't know
that
where it
message,
is.
Oh shit.
which is probably why I didn't respond.
Without
Yeah.
I will.
that's fair.
I will.
Yeah, we should find
say-
Without
out.
weapons.
Hang on, guys. One at a time, please.
with a weapon.
That's easy mode.
I will
Spells.
ask him if he's had any trouble with the giant attacks because we saw there was one in Luskan that came by sea.
Okay. Not had any trouble myself. They haven't really come. I don't know if Yartar itself has had a problem, but it's easy enough for me to travel my way on my barge.
I mean,
Cool.
yeah.
Keep going. Giant.
13.
Telling the truth, as
Okay.
far as you can tell.
Cool.
It's not had any problems with them.
We
In
can
response
always
to your question, though,
ask
Jordan,
the
about
tower
the
about other people.
yeah, we
just
should
sort of slip it in.
definitely try and question him more if we can, or find out.
I mean, we could.
He very much
What, other
likes.
people having trouble.
his
So at what point
octopus.
did
Yeah,
he leave?
just sort of like
So
Apparently
he
it's heavy.
goes upstairs.
Yeah.
And he goes to in that corridor. He goes to the very first door. He nods to you and says, "I've enjoyed our conversation, but I wish to lie down for a bit in my quarters, so I will catch up with you later on."
Yeah, I'll say.
Be direct.
And he
Well,
might
see you
lie
soon.
and
And
receive
as he
no
enters,
Yeah.
can I kind of try and see what I can see in
yeah,
the room?
I mean, he takes off a key, unlocks the door, steps
Where's
in.
the key stashed?
It's on around his neck.
Okay.
The octopus had it.
As a quick glance in, you can see a sort of on one side there's a like a dressing table with a mirror, and you can just about make out along the wall a large aquarium with a big red octopus sort of sitting in it.
Okay.
And he turns and closes the door. That's about all you get because of the angle of the door.
Is there anyone else up here, like the guards, the crew?
There aren't any crew members.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of other guests,
Okay.
and you have Sasha and Uriel.
Yep.
And eventually Alton appears as well.
Let's all just scroll past.
Did he say there was a crew of 8?
He didn't say number, did he?
Yeah, there were. He answered the number. There were 8, well, 9 outside the captain and 8 other crew members.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and stand near the other people that are up here
Mm-hmm.
to try and make them
They
feel
leave.
comfortable. So they leave.
They leave.
I'm gonna
I sort of just emerge out of the crowd and just sort of just stroll straight to the bow of the ship and stand next to you with like arms over the railings and go, so, what did you learn?
I mean, there's no railings along because you're still inside.
Oh, is it not an open...
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
Oh, I
allowed
assumed
outside.
it was
I
like
think it was.
half railing.
I
Okay.
thought it was as well.
No,
Oh,
the
oh.
entire thing is.
Once all 4 of us are up here, I'm just gonna huddle us.
I'm just basically going to aim to stand somewhere near you guys before
Yeah,
we...
huddle us
Well,
and go,
I'm going
right.
to play music, so you could just come up and
Or
if you're
in which
listening
case
to
that
it.
works fine, yeah. And I'm just going to be like, so what did we
Do we
find?
want to go that way, grab some food, and discuss this further and get the other 3 idiots?
Why don't we just discuss here where there's no one around?
I prefer that idea. Now is better than never.
Silently though, because he's in there.
I'm
Which,
pl-
as he shut the door, you did hear like a
Yeah,
locking
yeah.
sound. He locked the door behind him.
He said he was getting a headache, but I get the feeling that happens a lot. But
That
I don't
could
know
be anything.
what that
Why
could
would a
mean.
guy that owns a boat get seasick?
I doubt it's seasick. He might have cancer or something.
Scurvy.
It could
But,
be.
but on that,
I'm
if
not
he had
there
if
anyway.
he had some sort of disease, he's already shown he's got a lot of money. Why has it not been cured?
Hey,
Where are you guys?
they might not have a magic
We're
cure for
downstairs,
cancer
okay.
at this
Um,
point. I don't
I think
know.
we're probably going to go
It's
to the tower.
great
called
restoration.
regeneration.
Disease.
This is true.
Liam,
Mm.
how much
Remember,
are you
any
getting for
healing spell
cashing in the
above about
chips?
level 5 would just
Stop different.
You actually,
stop flooring
I mean,
me.
you pull in the chips. If you go find the woman to hand the chips in, and she says, "Oh, you get that back at the end of the night.
Okay, I'll ask her as well then.
You'll get 50 gold back per chip."
Cool. Is he the captain, the proprietor, the guy with the octopus? Did he actually say his name?
Yeah, he introduced himself as Lord Drylund.
That's it, him.
He's the owner.
Nice guy. Do you speak to him much? I presume you do.
Yes, he is my employer.
Tick 1 for the intrigue boat.
Where am I going with this?
Yeah, that's exactly where we're going. That's what you've got to tick.
How do I carry on this conversation?
How do I carry on this conversation? Very much
I had
sounds
it,
like
and
I
then
want
everything just went
To, I
blur.
want to know
So,
everything about your boss.
I'm going to
Ow.
head over to the teller as well, and
Yeah,
we can
we're-
carry on with it.
We're both heading
You're
to
both
the
going to tell her, yeah.
Oh no. You cashing in too? Apparently you get it at the end of the night, so.
You speak too many words too fast.
No, you're just like.
You say you see everyone on the boat. To the teller lady.
Mm-hmm.
Get many giants gambling here.
Like
She-
these two.
she
They're
sort
quite
of-
giant to me.
Looks around the room and looks at you and goes, "They wouldn't fit."
How high are the ceilings?
What?
Not giant size.
Not giant size. I mean, it's a boat. It's a boat. You build the building too high that won't fall.
Okay.
So,
You've been on a
no
small ferry
giants.
before? It's like that.
I
I've never seen a giant on the ship before.
Andrew?
No.
I'm going to insight the no.
Go
Can
for
I
it.
make a
double finger.
active
Oh, great. You got my hopes up there.
insight
That's
roll
it.
on the clientele
Power of
as a
suggestion.
general to see whether or not the clientele are likely to have engaged in robbery or assassination, in that the token might have been there because it fell out of the client's pocket when they had killed her for either a job or
I mean,
happenstance.
having a quick glance around the room, there's a whole bunch of people.
whole
There's
shit
a
of
load of
people.
people.
Giants to be killed off.
They're all rich people with money.
No, I know how to.
They probably
move the
wouldn't be against
conversation
assassination if
together.
it benefited them.
But they wouldn't do it themselves.
Yeah, no,
They're
no way. They
they're
would.
clean. They're clean.
Not
figures.
exactly.
Yeah. No, you
Not
definitely get the
exactly
sense that
her.
It
they're
might have been the it could have been the staff member.
Ask if anyone's allowed to keep.
possible,
Chips.
possibly, except the staff members aren't handling the chips.
How do you get
I guess
on
you-
in the first place?
Well, one of them is.
One person is, yeah.
Yeah, but that's it out.
But,
I've got a question for the
it's
teller,
not,
Neil.
yes.
At this point, I put my.
Oh, sorry. Actually, your insight check. What was your insight check? 10. She isn't lying when she's never seen a giant on this boat.
I'm going to like put my hand on his shoulder
Mm-hmm.
and say, my friend's not so good with the common speak. What he means to say is, giant slayers. Have you seen any giant slayers on the boat? So we're looking to expand our group a little bit, and we want to see if
Bird, blue fish, rock, cow. In primordial. Look, you can't understand what I'm saying anyway.
I say,
Interesting.
don't, I'm telling her. We're looking for high profile people, and we figure this is the kind of place that we're going to get the real successful ones. So we're just wondering if you've seen any.
The
Any
people
big
who
shots?
normally frequent this boat don't do much in the way of fighting. That's why they have the money. They pay others to do it for them.
So you rarely get their bodyguards or their just highly successful fighters in themselves like us.
It happens, but people who have lots of money occasionally come on. However they got it is up to them. But it's hard to tell if someone's a fighter because one of the rules of the boat is not to have weapons.
Which is understandable.
Bulging muscles and scars and whatnot wouldn't be a complete giveaway.
Oh, you can tell quite often
Well, you're not
just
being a
from
half-orc.
straight look at them. I mean, look at us. We're mountains.
Yeah, you're pretty huge.
As we
Pretty
are both
huge.
7 foot, whatever, aren't we? Or
And I'm like 3 foot 3.
It's okay to take chips from boats.
No. At the end of the night, I will collect them all and hand out your earnings.
Have you come across like a kraken before? Because
Did they say no?
your boss seems very kind of intrigued.
And there isn't a lot.
Never met a kraken, and I hope to God I never do.
No, I see why. But don't you find them interesting?
No.
Okay. You guys?
You had a
We
question?
like
You
big.
wouldn't know.
We like big game.
I don't know.
We're not suicidal.
Well, I'm not suicidal either. I'm just fascinated.
She nods and sort of just leaves.
Excuses herself.
Yeah, excuses herself and goes to carry on watching.
There are a number of staff around. Card dealers, waiters, security. Are they being tipped?
No.
At all? No.
Who can
No.
get paid for?
Doesn't mean they're not going to be tipped.
They'll probably just get paid a handsome salary
Obviously.
anyway.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to narrow down who has the ability to remove these chips from the boat. And if the staff get tipped, there's a possibility that a staff member might have removed a chip
Yep.
because they've
No.
been tipped in
The staff
That
are not
happens.
the staff are not touching the chips at all. It is
So
going out and they
so
are
far
using.
we have seen one person directly handle chips from staff.
Hmm?
And one
Yeah.
one staff
from
member
staff and
and
the
that's the
proprietor.
and the teller herself is the only person that's handled chips.
Yeah.
No,
And-
you've
and
seen
the-
two.
And the guy who owns it,
the
he was
guy
just
who
handing
owns
chips
it
out.
was just handing
And
chips
he's
out
had,
to certain
alright, so
people.
we have two people.
What about dealers?
Don't touch
No, that's
them.
what
Is
they
there
just
still
said.
no one up here?
These buttons.
So
Can
if
anyone,
the
can
giant lady
people
had the
see
chip
us up
on,
here from
then I literally
downstairs?
snuck it.
Can I go
Or
and
the teller left it.
listen into the room to see what I can hear?
There's some
Well,
sort
not
of
see
weird
what I can hear.
conspiracy with the captain.
Make a perception check.
But he doesn't have any of the chips because she gathers them.
No, but he was
10.
handing them out to special people.
So no,
That's true.
he has his own supply of chips.
10.
Can't hear anything.
And I'm going to do that to the other
Ben's,
2 rooms.
yeah.
There's 3 up here, right?
Yeah, there's 3. The other rooms you don't hear for anything from either.
Okay. That tank,
Mm-hmm.
did it, from the parts, or did it look like it went through into the other room that was next door?
No,
Okay.
it was just a one-room tank.
Damn it. Who's up here?
Why would she
You're
have
up here?
chip on?
Him, me, you, and him.
You can cast invisibility, right?
I can, yes. Heal size lock.
Does that require materials?
Nope.
Good.
Yeah,
I've got the dot loop.
It seems more like either the talent
Oh,
or
yeah.
the captain.
Mhm.
So I've still got something to use my. I've still got something to use as a focus.
Do you
Alton.
want to cast message
Drop onto
again
the
and get
body.
the other three up here? I feel like we need to have a group confab.
He needs to point at us if he doesn't.
I need to know where they are.
Liam,
Downstairs.
He just be
Are
pointing
there
at
any
the
other
like,
noticeable people that stand out apart from the teller and the
wait, one
proprietor?
person.
It's just
No,
all
no,
common
no,
folk.
Are
Not-
you
not commoners.
Like,
Well, not common, but just
are
people
you
that.
like-
I mean, like
Are
just
you
the
a
common crowd which
Easy
are
to
playing
see.
and
Yeah.
people that do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, we can't see down from
Can I-
here.
If you said that,
Can I
I'd
inside
have
the
everyone
tower?
turning around to go,
Wait, were you
Hi.
nowhere near there?
and
You
then
weren't
all
there when
staring
she was
at me
just
one
talking.
by one.
No,
Yeah.
when I asked who had access to who could take the chips.
No, you haven't.
That's what Flint asked.
Oh.
Mhm.
I went to inside that. Damn.
Alton. You can get through most doors, right?
Pretty much. I was sort of
Can you take a look at his lock, see if you can get through if you wanted to?
Cover the stairs.
Alright.
Yeah.
And I will.
No, you go stand yourself at the top of the stairs, which for the main stairs basically stops anyone coming up. People sort of walk up, look at you, and go
No.
You know,
I
back
smile. I
around.
smile at them.
Yeah.
I will have
Well,
a
if you guys
really.
stand at the top of the stairs with you,
Who's
so you don't look
watching-
suspicious just standing by yourself. So
Yeah.
you just pretend to have a conversation.
Who's watching the other set of stairs? The stairs that go
I
into
guess
the
you're
dining room.
playing there.
I'm still. Yeah, I can play near the
Cool.
stairs.
Go ahead and make a lockpick check.
Not because of thieves' tools.
No, these two are what lets you do it.
Okay.
Proficiency and dex. Unless you have expertise. I don't know if you
Oh.
have expertise.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna give him advantage with my playing. Advantage. I'm gonna give him an extra dice.
Inspiration die.
Inspiration.
It's a bit late for that.
Yeah, I
The
intended
dice
to
roll's already
originally.
happened.
You can still choose to roll it afterwards.
I should have
Oh, is it just
4
roll it?
expertise at this
Maybe.
level.
Hmm?
4 expertise at this level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So one's been thieves' tools
There you go.
because it doesn't show any list. It's the only way I can work out whether or not I've done it. So then it's a 4 plus double
Lots.
perception with double proficiency. Sorry,
4, so
which is
8.
4,
so
which is
plus
8,
13?
So it's 12
which is 12 total.
plus your dex.
Plus my dex, which is plus 5, which is 17.
Cool.
He's not trying to unlock it.
I'm not.
He wasn't
unlocking
unlocking it, he
it.
was just checking it.
I'm just.
He's having a look to see what
I'm
he thinks he can
analysing the
unlock
lock.
it.
See if
Oh, I
can
thought
do
you
it.
actually
clearly-
unlock
clearly
it.
can.
You
No,
can
no.
unlock it.
Yeah.
It's just a key lock.
Yeah.
Right,
But it's a. Yeah, that's easy.
I wanted to check if there's anything funny about it, basically.
It's not enchanted, and there's no. It's not a really fancy ass lock.
Right. Yeah, it's just a lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, it would have led on to my next question of,
That's cool.
can you
It's
turn us invisible and you get us in there?
Are you sure you want to do that now?
I'm like, the door's open.
He's in the room. He's going to notice his own door opening.
He said he was going to sleep.
Yeah, I don't believe that
You
for a
lie
second.
down, you don't instantly fall asleep.
Are there
You open that door, you're going to get in
Not on
trouble.
the
You
door.
won't immediately assume
But
an
on the
invisible
building,
person has walked
on
into
this
the room.
room itself.
I mean,
You won't immediately
you can't
assume
see
an
any.
invisible
No,
person.
but someone who's
possibility
visible could
would
stand
be
at
one
the
on
door.
the outside, but you can't get to the outside.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think wait till you see him walking around and then do that.
Have you guys like gone to?
No, but we
get
want to
us
get him
yet?
alone to interrogate him,
they're
right?
doing their upstairs thing.
But there's like 4 of you. One of you just wanders
That's
down.
what I said to him. Cast message to get the other 3.
I thought he did that.
You,
But
you
we're-
don't need,
we're-
you
we're
don't need
not
to
sure
say
they are,
message.
they're
You can
gonna
just
point
wander
out.
downstairs.
He has to see them to point at them.
I mean, yeah, now you've looked at that, go and see if you can see them.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty tall.
Message
Well,
can
2 of them are.
message can cast through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
Oh, okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
I should tell them to come up.
That's cool. Yeah.
Get your ass over here.
Oh, he's there again.
I'm up to the corridor.
So you guys will go up. What do you,
Needed
so
upstairs.
did you
Conference meeting.
actually unlock?
Mysterious voice call.
and turn.
No, I leant down, had put my eye to the lock, and stepped away again.
No.
In but a moment to have analysed it.
First of all, I'm just going to keep the same thing
Yeah,
for when
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
Were there
into
any
it.
windows
Not
No,
on the outside.
I
There'll
like
be a,
that.
possibly be a
That I
port.
saw in his room. I mean, I'm just.
You didn't see any of
Okay,
them, no.
I just say
Oh, you're gonna need.
Right, you're all upstairs. What do you do?
All you can eat buffet, right?
That's on the other side.
Well,
I think our main culprit is in there.
Well, it's him or the teller.
Teller doesn't like to talk. We tried talking to her. And
No one
everything
else
said she
handles
kinda
the
wanted to
money.
Yes, but from what you said, he seemed to react to the
Yeah, but I don't know
giant.
how. It was just a reaction. I couldn't discern like.
I think good
Can
can
I-
find out.
Cast my
So
eye
do I.
off
One
of
of
the
us
ship and
that's
try and work out how
sneaky.
far we've travelled.
Like,
I mean, this
Well,
one
I
you've
can
been on the
make it
thing for
sneakier.
a couple of hours.
Yeah,
you,
so
you
can
know,
I.
you're
But
down
10
there.
miles
Down river.
Something
There'll be
like
no
that,
cover
yeah.
or darkness in there, so.
That's what I mean. If someone casts invisibility,
Well, we're out
If-
like
if-
town,
if-
which is good.
if only a couple
We
of us
get
go in,
boat
then I
to
can
the
give
airship before
pass without
town.
trace.
We've gone the wrong way.
I think just make one person
ship's
invisible.
Oh,
Open the door, send them in.
Actions are better than words. Be invisible.
Just him.
He's the one that's opening the door.
Just lift the hair slightly and then
Cool. Door is unlocked.
I unlock the door, I step
I'm gonna,
inside and
You open the
gonna
door
leave
and step
group
inside,
just
yeah?
keep Food
Okay.
mill around upstairs.
What is everyone else
I'm gonna
doing?
go
Because in
beyond
front of
it.
you, the door just swung open.
like just enough to let the halfling in to.
I mean, because the door's on the edge of the wall, like it's at the edge to where it's blah blah blah. What's the way of describing this?
Flush.
So the wall,
Yeah.
the wall is it's opening here.
It's
and
in the
wall's
corner,
there.
yeah. So you actually have
Yes.
to open the door quite far.
So you've got to open it all the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the door is visibly
Okay,
open
cool.
to all
Yeah,
of you.
yeah,
What
that's
are the
fine.
rest? What are the rest
Do
of
you
you
not
doing?
have a mirror on a stick?
No.
Have a look round the corner.
Nope.
Okay, I thought it came as part of it.
Do we hear any? Do I hear any reaction from inside
It
from the door
provides
being
zero
opened?
benefit.
At the moment, after a few minutes, the door opens. You step into. You shut the door.
Is it? Does he walk into a room? Is he in a
Yeah,
corridor?
I-
He
What's
walks. He's
step
walked
into?
into a room.
Is there anyone in there?
There is. I'm just. Yeah. You walk into the room.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a room that has some really fucking bad taste.
Well, that's fine.
There's purple velvet candle curtains, scented candles in gaudy candelabras. You've got the aquarium with the octopus on it alongside. There's a table sort of beneath. Well, there's on a table beneath the table the aquarium is on. There is a small chest. There's a silk hammock, a writing desk covered with quills and loose sheets of black parchment. And there's a small table holding a silver wine decanter and a matching goblet, and there's an iron stove. And as you walk in, you can sort of see him over at his at the desk. He's got this small goblet of wine. To his side, and he's sort of like clutching his head, applying pressure. But as the door opens, he sort of peers round and looks like, who's there?
I was gonna say there's no other doors.
Nope.
And there's no bed.
There's a hammock.
There's a hammock. Okay, cool.
Okay, he says, "Who's there?" I can hear you, even if I can't see you.
I go back downstairs to watch the band.
I move over to keep watching the bard.
I'm still playing at the top of the stairs.
I back heel the door closed.
What do you mean there's no calamari?
I'm. It's an action, so make myself visible.
It's only if you attack or cast a spell that you become visible.
Can you not like opt to?
No,
No.
unless you're the one concentrating on it. No.
Speak to him from invisibility then. I'm a ghost.
Yes.
Tell
your voice.
Alton,
Are you messaging me?
what you saying now?
Drop the spell.
Are you crazy?
I'm doing cards. I told you to drop it.
He
Your
he-
life.
I'm just like, that's better.
He has turned to look at you, and actually you notice as he reaches down to the inside of his desk and pulls out a rapier.
I wouldn't bother. I'm just splitting the
And
cards.
he looks at you and he goes, "Leave, or I'll call my crew and have you thrown off."
Interesting proposition.
You have 3 seconds.
How about I counter
3.
with giants?
2, 1.
Very well. Any
Done,
reaction
leave.
to giants?
That was so fucking pointless.
Told you so.
We had
Yeah.
So he's clearly doing a spell or something with the head, right? So there's
No,
some
I
kind of point to going in there.
I'm not sure he was casting anything as much
Or
as
being
he's not
resisted,
well.
Or
Maybe.
Make an insight check.
Insight, that's a 19.
Even in his obvious anger, there's a sort of like, almost like a flinch
Yeah.
to the term giants, but he's still very angry. He's definitely angry, and he's definitely not lying about if you don't leave. I
Oh
will
yeah,
kill
no,
my
no, no.
guards.
There was no bullshit in that sentiment. It was trying to push for every advantage in the. That's why I left on last second. And as I leave, I'll just say, Hekaton's regards, and just close the door behind me.
Cool.
He knows something. We need to get him away from everyone.
He was away from everyone.
Oh no, I meant away. Fancy teleporting?
I do have teleportation circle.
don't they have to be willing?
Yes.
They need to be unconscious otherwise.
No, they have to be willing.
Can you not force them?
I don't think so.
In teleport, yes. Teleportation circle, no.
Do you have
Sorry.
both?
He's
You
talking
can force
coach.
them in teleportation circle.
Does anyone want
Not with
scatter? Just make him end up in the sea.
Command.
Or shit, we
teleport.
fuck them all up and we just take him off the boat.
It wouldn't be too difficult to do that, I don't think.
There's 9 of them. We're outnumbered quite badly.
Yeah, well, we have our bags of holding all our
There's
Yeah,
shit
but
in
they're
this.
not all
9
level-
crew.
Yeah,
plus
there's
they're
nine- there's
12
nine crew.
paladins, aren't they?
There's 9 crew, her, him, and whatever else they've got stashed in plain sight.
We're pretty hardcore.
We are pretty hardcore,
I know.
but
The crew would include things like dealers, the chef.
no.
Gotta
We're
look out
talking
for
9
that
security, not
I
9
would rather not commit like,
croupiers.
No, I know what
murder
you're going about. It's
hobo.
like pretend gamblers, pretend customers that are there incognito. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
suddenly half the
any
guests
num-
just turn around and go, "What?"
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
that's
I'm
like
assuming
the
that every
gamblers,
single
like,
table has someone who is heavily armed. How many people do we hand tokens to?
Like 6 or 7.
I'm going to assume everyone he handed a token to is an agent, well armed, well defended, and waiting. And the 9 armed, probably well trained, again waiting.
As you're standing there talking,
He comes out.
the door opens. He has his rapier on his belt. He looks across to you.
I went downstairs.
Yeah, no, he looks across to the 6 of you
you were with
standing
me.
outside
I'm
his
still
door.
just playing music at the top of the stairs.
I'm getting the buffet. I'm raiding that thing.
Alright, the 3 of us.
Well, as I hear the, do we hear? I mean, surely we'd have heard something before the door opens.
Wasn't blocked
Yes,
behind
that's a
us.
good point.
Nope.
Did you beat 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
He moved very quietly. He just
Okay.
opened the door.
Well,
It
we heard the
wasn't
door.
locked because Alton didn't lock it.
I didn't lock it.
Well, we heard him speaking or not?
I'm just thinking, but surely we'd heard the door open.
Yeah,
or
you
being
hear
opened.
the door.
So
you
as the
hear-
door is being opened, I'd have moved away.
Yeah, but it's he literally just swings the door open in one move. You know how quickly you can open a door?
Yeah, you're not going to have
You
time to
can't
move away
run
from that.
more than a foot in the time it takes to open a door.
That's he just swings the door open.
Strike first.
And
What,
he
his negative strength?
His massive decks.
he looks at us.
Deck slap.
I'm going to make a request of you and any of your compatriots that you have.
I just spin on the spot.
What, to look at him or
Yeah, because I'm not facing him at the moment. My
Cool.
back is currently to the door.
I would suggest you leave the boat on your own terms now.
No.
Oh god.
I'm actually rather inclined to agree with you.
I'm walking
bag.
off.
I'm not getting.
Away from him.
I mean, you're not at the. I mean, where's the stop?
You swim.
I feel
I'm-
that's an unlikely occasion.
Again, I will give. I'm feeling a bit more generous. I will give you 5 seconds to start making your way down and out before I call my various crew members to forcefully drag you out. And then I will be talking to my contacts in Yartar and be making sure that you will never make entrance into the city again. 5.
Well, looks like we're going to go on a
I've
killing
already
spree.
started.
This
Oh,
boat
he's
is burning.
As you.
Hey lads, has he admitted to killing the giant yet?
You've been to
Well-
Red Rock recently, right?
Hmm?
I assume you've been to Red Rock recently.
3.
Insight.
Sure, make an insight check.
I'm listening to this, even though I'm not actually doing it, so
You can't see him if he's still in the
10
doorway.
flat.
listening. Oh, isn't my
You can't.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no.
10 flat.
Are we fighting or?
I mean, I'm not. I
No,
don't.
okay, cool.
I left Sasha followed me, so I don't even know.
3.
Well, may I make a point that
2.
his heir,
Should go back off.
her daughter, is
One.
very angry, and I believe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking up.
Can I insight the final remark?
Sure, make an insight check.
What final remark?
That's 18.
What final remark? No.
All you're getting is anger.
I'm trying to.
We need to just break into his room and then become visible. Like, surprise! I broke in. Give me my run.
Why I say
No.
wait
The-
till he's walking around before breaking into the
He
room.
was there, sitting there. He wasn't. I've got like 10 minutes of invisibility, and I was trying to like have a
No, I'm
be
saying
like
it's like-
challenge into a card game to try and get him to speak. You know, like sit down, like
What-
have a.
What leverage do you have to challenge him to a
Yeah.
card game?
But, like if you
Just-
stayed invisible, he wouldn't have known who you were.
He already knew I was there.
Yeah, but he didn't know who you were.
Yeah, but he was going to find me within seconds, and my only
We'll just
option was to
walk
be
out.
Yeah, you
pummeled
walk out.
by
You
him.
walk out, and then
You walk out.
he
Well,
doesn't know your
actually,
face.
He
the-
walks
the-
out
the
straight
important
into
thing
you
is,
guys.
what are
I
we doing
still
now?
can't become visible.
What are
And
we
Or
doing
you
now?
should have just waited until he left, so you had an empty room
he already
to
knew
rifle
I was
around.
there.
No, wait until
You're
he
probably
leaves.
more likely to find
That
out
wasn't
later.
my
You're
choice.
playing Cobra,
So you guys make your way downstairs.
Yes.
Where do you
still
go?
playing at the top.
Where do you go from there? Which?
Are we being followed by security?
Not at the moment.
Cool.
We head to the cellar.
I was thinking we headed outside on the bottom deck and rearmed.
Well, we're not allowed outside.
No, you are. I was thinking to go back to one of the rooms and open it and get changed in there.
All that.
Or is this a ploy so that you reveal the rest of the party?
Did he lock the door after he
Well,
left?
he knows the three of us.
He hasn't left his room yet.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
currently just standing there. At the
I'm
moment.
just watching what's happening.
We've taken 12 steps and started talking.
Well, I mean,
Actually, yeah. Euro, make a performance check for me, please.
as we're going down the stairs, I'm going to say that I don't think it
That was awful. I'm using a luck point on that.
fair enough.
Oh, there goes the last luck point.
That's
Natural
a 20.
20.
Oh God, yes, that was a roll.
Cool. So he's sort of just, he looks you up and down, he nods, and then he goes past you out into the dining room, or across the stairs into the dining room.
So as we're going, I'm
use
going
my
to say that I don't think it was him that was involved, but he knows something, and he's holding it from us.
I mean, what ways off of this boat are there?
Jumping.
We swim.
Yeah, but we're not allowed outside.
No, you are.
No, we're not. They said.
Are there doors on the bottom floor?
There are doors on the bottom floor.
I'm just going to walk fucking through one.
I mean, as we're walking, I'm going to grab a backpack, get my cloak of the manta ray, and put my cloak of protection away.
As I get to the door, I'm just going to draw my rapier and put it back
Snatch the
in,
cloak
put
of
it back on my belt.
You're during your
through.
rapier.
Are you actually
Just like
oh,
in the sheath, just back on the belt as we're walking out the door.
Alright, I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked it up.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
what?
did.
Oh, that's sake.
Before anyone else get armor or anything.
Yeah,
Did you-
exactly.
It's fine.
He
We're
just got his
we
rapier
are
out.
on the fucking bench.
People
of
got
the-
put on armor.
Okay, well,
We don't need to fight. Just
as long
swim.
as you don't get caught and throw away all of our stuff.
Then you didn't need to
Leave the
sheath the
boat.
weapon again.
Yeah,
Or,
wait,
It's not
wait,
even
you wouldn't
drawn.
have.
It is sheathed there. Just put
Yeah,
it in
but
the
they
belt.
don't allow weapons. If you were going to
Don't
jump
lose
anyway,
your
what was the
armor,
point?
Dragon Slaying sword.
In case they decide not to honour the jump.
I was trying to be fighting a fight to actually get him to tell us what he knows.
He's not telling us shit.
He's about to ban us from Yartar.
Yeah, but the thing is, we need the
He's gonna ban us
information
from
from him,
Yartar.
and when he's in there,
What's
He
to say it's not
threatened
written down on
to.
his desk? It'd be worth going through his things instead of
Do you know how
fucking
much
him
money
off
he
and getting
makes?
into this
He's going
situation.
to.
Babies
We
go.
already know their
Like,
god is
there's still
corrupt.
people that aren't being chucked
Yeah,
out
but we
of
know
Yartar
who
that
they're
come back
corrupted
tomorrow.
by.
Yeah, the guy he can pay to stop it and things.
Yeah.
Thing.
Also,
Oh,
the
hey.
after part gets it.
Not as much as him.
have multiple giant lords as backers. We can outbid him by like 100,000 to 1. They have they're like billionaires to his £100,000. Like, they have like Giant Kingdom versus the dude that runs the casino. The Giant Kingdom wins.
Huh?
It's like the US versus the Isle of Man. They've both got a
They're
shitload
unlikely
of
to
money.
pay. They're more likely to just send an army to go and tell them what's happening.
Well, no.
Since they can just walk into that river and go and grab the boat.
I think it's a bit too
Yeah.
smart.
The Giants are the USA and they're backing
So
us.
who's
at
where
this
at the
point.
moment?
He's the Isle of Man.
Who's where at the moment?
He is not.
Well, we're downstairs.
Who?
They are our advantage. We have giant lords.
I
as
think I
backers.
came over to you guys when I saw you were talking to the guy.
Okay.
Also, there's no
Where are you,
guarantee that
Steph?
you guys are
Huh?
walking
Where are
with
you?
me.
I was walking down towards just downstairs. I was going to go invisible,
Which
but
downstairs?
Huh?
Which downstairs? There's two.
Um,
Dining room or
Oh, back towards the game room.
game room? Okay.
I think it's toilet.
I think it's cool.
Okay. That dice is initiative.
Right. Initiative
You're using
rolls.
the one, right?
26.
29. Anyone else? You got 26. Anyone higher than 12? Oh, blah blah blah. Cool. 20 to 15.
19.
That's his the result. So
Cool,
the
okay.
negative one. The plus one.
Wait, no, is that his total or is it?
How fast is the boat moving?
We'll take it as both.
I mean, it's got some speed. It's being rowed, so
But like,
It's not
if you
breaking
had
2
to
miles an hour.
guess on like, you know, feet per round.
It's not breaking 2 miles an hour.
yeah. I mean, you were talking like
Eight-
On a
10
river,
foot
right?
around.
Not the sea.
6 seconds. What? 12
I mean,
rowers?
it's
doing like 10 foot.
it's rowing at a speed where the things at the tables aren't being
So it's
rocked.
going really slow.
Yeah, it's moving
Okay.
relatively
And we're on a
slowly.
river, not the sea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not going to swim
It's
back
doing
to
like
dry
5
land.
or 10 foot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not fast. They're big boats, and they're not going to have more than 12 arms on it.
Right. Cool. All right. 20 to 15.
You got 19, right?
I got 19, yeah. I said that there.
Cool.
What did Sam get?
13.
There's a 13 on the die, but I don't know if that's his final result.
Yes. That's what you set the die to.
Cool. I wasn't sure what you were saying.
15 to 10.
10.
13 for Sam.
Should have taken a look.
Yes. You shot at that.
Did you roll? Is that
Flame
with
bracket.
with the minus?
Yes.
Oh, there's no minus.
Oh, it's just flat. Okay.
That's why he can sometimes get out the flint bracket.
And you got 0?
No, I have a plus to my thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you get +1, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
plus
I'm jealous
1.
of that. My brother's
10 to 5.
5.
Flint bracket.
Yours is 0, right?
Mine.
Bonus.
Oh yeah, bonus is 0.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone else is equally slow.
No, someone is slightly faster.
And then Fenrir, what'd you get?
2.
You roll a
Yes.
How's everyone? Oh, that's evenly spread.
I am very much going first.
Oh yeah.
You might be having a second round before some other people.
That's just about squeezed by. Don't kill everyone before I
I
get
just don't know
back.
why.
I'm
Why the
swimming.
weapon was got up.
I'm not fighting here. I'm leaving. I'm just being an asshole about it.
Cool. Alton,
Yep.
you're up first.
I continue off the boat.
Cool. As you step out into the thing, you become aware of about a dozen or so armed guards sort of just lining this edge of the boat. Which, as you step out, pulling your rapier out, they react not very well. You know, as they're all the ones closest are starting to reach for long swords, and the ones furthest away are reaching for crossbows.
Don't worry then, gentlemen. I jump off the side.
Okay, cool. You jump off. You are in the middle of the river, which I now need to check the dimensions of.
20 foot. 20 foot. It's not that big a room.
Yeah, it is. It's a proper river.
Rivers will be about 100, 200 foot across.
It could be
Be in the
5 foot.
middle, so it'll be about 50 to 100 foot length.
It could be anything from 5 foot. Trust me.
That's more of a stream.
Yeah, but 20 foot wide is a river. Still counts. Still counts as a river, technically speaking, and it still counts as a river. So.
When we were going
I
up
mean,
to this
a
boat,
30-foot wide river is a decent sized
does
river
it look
that can
easy
get
to
3
climb
boats
if
wide.
you wanted to climb back on?
The boat,
Yeah.
possibly. I mean, it's not very high above the water level.
Okay.
But you'd have to try and do it now where there isn't really a blind spot on the boat, assuming they've got the same amount of guards at the other side and more guards at the front and the back. There isn't really a place you can easily climb on.
Okay.
Cool. So, where it is.
Oh, balls, that kind of.
Cool.
That's annoying.
So its entire width is about 250, so you're bang in the middle. So you're 125 feet away from the edge.
Cool. I'll swim.
Cool. So there's 5 feet to jump in, leaving you with all your
25. So half.
Yeah. So you'll go 10 feet away from the boat.
Just backstroke. Whoosh, whoosh.
Toljin?
How far away from land are we? Like
125
25
ish.
Okay. And I'm guessing they're all looking at him.
Yeah. I mean,
Everyone
look at
outside
it.
is. Well, actually,
They're-
no. For everyone inside, probably is as well. I just went like that and
Oh,
pulled.
yeah,
pulled
no,
the,
I mean-
pull the like 4 foot blade out of a bag on a 4 foot humanoid.
There are looks towards him and towards you because you're also by the door.
Who else is here as well?
Just
So there's
you
three
are,
of us
you are
upstairs.
wherever you want.
And Uriel.
Euro is still upstairs because he hasn't said anything to you.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just assumed he was a bystander. Snap left as soon as you got asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where you went, Snap.
Toward back down to the game room.
Cool. So where in the have you gone over to the door or are you just in the game room?
Oh, in the game room, try and like
You should
blend
try to
myself in
hide.
with the crowd, basically hide in
Okay,
the crowd.
cool. Sasha's already down there. Flint, you were there for that conversation because you shouted out something about. Sorry, not Flint, Fenrir.
Yeah.
About the giant. So where have you gone?
I'm following these guys to
Cool.
the door.
And Flint.
Just downstairs.
Would
with
I?
me.
Yeah, when they
Wish
went
I'd done
in,
that, probably
I walked
wouldn't have
off and
seen
Sash had gone along as well.
That's it. Cool. So you three are downstairs. You three are by the door, and you're still upstairs. Cool. So you've got Alton just dived off in front of you, and you've got Fenrir just behind you.
Would I see
And we see the octopus
go out
dude,
the
or
door.
he's
No.
not there?
No.
No, he stayed by his room.
Would I see?
Yeah, you've seen them. You can just see them walk out, shut the door.
Wasn't
They've just
about
garnered the
It
attention.
very
of the
much
entire
just
room.
went fling the external doors out, sheath, dive in the water.
Okay.
Like backflip off, swim.
Cool.
Like really,
Whose turn?
like I'm really throwing the pageantry on it to
Okay.
try and
Yeah, okay.
everyone that I know that I haven't exposed has got a very high, has got an increased chance of getting away with it because everyone's going to look really confused at this. So they've got more of a chance of blending in and not getting pulled out by the fact that I'm overdoing the whole. I'm exiting the
I
boat.
jump in.
You jump in.
And
Cool.
swim 60 feet.
Cool.
120 feet.
Hmm?
120 feet.
Half speed.
It's half speaks.
No, I'm a cloak of manta ray.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got swim speed now.
Oh, actually, plus 10 feet. 140 feet. I get out the other side.
You're out the other
You're
side.
at the bank.
You're not going to grab him to help?
He jumps
Pull
in
me
the water.
across.
He jumps in the water and
You're
then
going at
appears.
half speed, you're getting an next turn.
Almost like he
Suppose
dimension
like
door.
4 or 5 turns for you, me.
Yeah, something
You're
like
right.
I'm
Do
just
15
going
foot at a time.
to stop for a minute, go downstairs to have something to eat.
Cool. You start wandering down that way.
Not in a hurry, just casually.
He does that. Snap.
I'm going invisible.
Okay.
I'm making my way to the door.
Back upstairs.
No,
Oh.
outside.
Don't go outside. Fuck that.
Huh?
You're invisible. Don't go
invisible, you can go
outside. Why
wherever
would
you
you go
want.
out there?
You have an hour to do things.
As
hiding?
you cast invisibility, you go through the incantation, and the spell doesn't go off. And you look up, and the teller
There, isn't it?
has just counterspelled you.
No. Reaction can't spell.
You could reaction.
Oh, I really could.
But it's not.
Yeah, but I want to get the
Yeah,
fuck
subtly
out
do it.
of. I want to get out of here.
Dude, just walk off the side of the ship. They are quite happy to let you walk off the side of the ship.
Actually, they drew crossbows when you did.
Yes, because I just pulled a 4-foot blade.
Your rapier's that long?
It's a fucking rapier! Are you high? Yes,
You're
of
like
course
3
it is.
foot tall.
But it's a rapier.
Yeah, but
No one-
I think it'll be a rapier for a
It's
halfling.
size for a halfling. It wouldn't
It's
be a-
about a foot and a
Because if
half
it was a
long.
4
Otherwise
foot
it's
blade,
a two-dagger.
Okay, alright, it is the length it is the length of whatever a halfling's arm is, because
Yes,
that's
okay,
basically
about half
blade
their
length.
So, are you
But they are literally not, they
counterspell's
only
gone off?
give a
Cool.
fuck because I drew a
What are you
blade.
doing?
line of
Moving.
people.
Towards the door.
Move towards the door.
Break
Cool.
his pipe.
Sasha,
You can't do that with
Right.
anyone.
Did I
Pikes or
see
off?
and or hear Alton make a display and go splash?
oh, it was obvious.
It
yeah.
was
and
very,
then you
very
heard,
obvious.
then you heard 2 splashes.
Mine
Cool.
was more
There goes my
graceful.
shit off the
What
board,
is-
off the boat. Great.
Yep.
That's fucking
You didn't
helpful.
put your shit in your own bag.
My own bag I gave to him when they turned me away at the door the first time round.
Ow.
Oh, so
Oh.
you guys could still be equipped. Alright, so then do I see any of the crew and or staff turning attention onto me, basically?
Not at the moment.
No? I'm going to continue. I'm going to stand where I am then.
Cool.
No,
Nope, nothing to do with me. That's not my crossbow. Honest.
Ignoring the song and dance that it took to get you on anyway.
The teller walks up next to you, Snap, and just stands there next to you and just walks the way the direction you're walking and sort of stands there and just watches you.
That's cool.
Change up your
Sorry, so is she
tokens.
upstairs or is she now down on the same level?
She's always been
She ain't
downstairs.
gonna do that.
No,
She was-
so
she
she's
was always
snapping. Snap
She ain't
looked
gonna
up
change
and saw the
it.
tower counterspell him.
Yeah.
That's because Snap is small.
Go.
As in, she was standing
I
over
thought,
it.
yeah, I thought you meant she was up.
So
on
no,
the
he glanced up to look around the room, and she's the one who had done it.
Okay.
Cool. He does that. Flint.
Yeah, I'll turn to Sasha and mumble some jarbled primordial.
Cool. There's also people standing on the thing.
The what?
But you were
Doesn't
quicker
also people
than all
standing
the
on the
people
thing.
outside.
Everyone outside.
Somehow.
on the boat.
Um,
Side of the boat.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm converting Leonese
Yeah.
into English.
The ones that were going for longswords stopped going for longswords and all put out crossbows, and all 12 of them are making shots at you, Alton.
Oh god.
Naturally.
While he reenacts D-Day over there. medieval fucking crossbow D-Day.
Many a moat crossing right there.
Which is why you don't cross moats.
A 13 won't hit.
Nope.
Those 3 won't.
You don't
But
have armor on, do
a
you?
19, a 20, and a 22 will.
Yeah, those 3 are gonna hit.
And then
You might want to roll one separately so you could reaction take half damage.
it's fine, you can pick one to react against.
Yeah,
Whichever one's got the highest damage.
You won't know, will you?
yeah exactly. So
You
you
just
could
have to
say
pick a random one.
17 hits.
Yes.
Cool. Then those 3 hits. So 6 of them hit you. Which one are you?
The second one.
Cool. So the first
I mean,
one.
you know the damage first.
No.
No.
Use no
Plus
rating.
hit.
No, they hit.
10
Yeah.
plus 10.
The first one does 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second one does 6.
What's
so
your AC
3.
right now?
Nice.
16.
Okay.
And then there are 4 more, which I can now roll together.
I'm saying swim.
What's it
swim.
usually like? 18?
17.
Okay.
I've literally taken leather armor off.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything else.
Because you hadn't added leather plus 1 to your things, would have given you like an extra 2.
20,
Unless you're invisible,
Yeah,
they're gonna
19.
have to be because you'll be
19.
grown up, right?
total of 32 damage.
32.
And he has my shit.
Yeah, so you're
Wouldn't it
I'm
be
not
something-
letting him go away with
No,
that.
It's
I
plus
need
one,
to-
plus the fact that it's studded.
It's +1 for being studded, +1 for it being +1
you
on
said
armor,
17.
so it's
Yeah.
16 at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh,
So it
okay.
would be plus.
Bless you.
Thank you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I need that.
Cool.
Thing is, she's only just smart.
Fenrir.
I-
I don't want to tempt her. That's the problem. I don't want.
I chuckle
See,
at
like,
seeing
maybe there's a reason he's being
this volley of crossbow
Yeah.
bolts.
I don't want.
Probably comment about how it's not necessary for me and how much I hate swimming straight after eating,
Oh, poor Rock.
and then jump in the water.
Cool.
Can you swim?
I mean,
'Cause
yes,
I don't
without
think-
my heavy armor. Pretty strong.
It was more with your
Cool.
character than that.
Alton.
I know, it's a good point.
Oh, it's me again. Swim.
Cool.
Potentially
So
I do
Potentially
30
not.
foot. Oh no, I do
Let's say
45.
cool.
You're going
So
to duck under a
you've
little
gone 55 feet
Yeah.
so far.
I'm
Cool.
leaving it, you ass!
Tell you, I assume just sort of stand on the
How
the
far
bank.
away is he?
bit. Are you going to pull out a
I'm
bow? and try and
45
shape
foot.
him?
No, I'm 50 foot
55
out of
feet in,
100,
so
125.
He's 70 foot.
Draw your bow.
Yeah, I cast darkness on him. Well,
Cool.
it's 10 foot away from him, but it's 15 foot radius, so.
Cool. So he's in a bubble of darkness. Cool.
Yeah, you're blind.
That's fine, I just swim.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I mean,
And then I will-
I'm doing backstroke, so basically I'm
Then I'll
blind
move.
anyway.
Am I in darkness where I am?
You're
Yeah.
obscure.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool, I'm invisible anyway. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. You're the light only goes out so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nighttime anyway.
Wouldn't he be in darkness as well then?
He was 10 feet away.
Not when I was 10 feet away.
Oh, I thought you'd gone
Because
further.
it's going to be at like a 20, 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd gone further than that. Never mind.
No.
Not his first turn.
Well, actually, I could have gone further in my first time in bonus action dash. I'd have been 20 foot away. I didn't think about that at the time. I spent too much time watching Critical Role when no one has.
Oh
bonus
shit, I've
action
got
dash.
160 feet. No, doesn't matter.
Cool. From around the, I assume you don't really do anything. Your turn.
No, I'm just eating something.
Cool.
I've got the bottom steps. I'm grabbing
At,
something to eat.
at the
Actually, sorry, with my movement, I'm going to get back in the water,
back in the water.
go underneath, but
Okay.
go back towards the boat.
Okay. So okay, cool. From around the front of the boat comes the captain,
Mm-hmm.
and he is.
That's different to the octopus dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He pulls out a short bow.
Who can't see me, doesn't know where I am, and has.
You're
dis-
not hidden.
He's in
Yeah,
darkness.
but he's never seen where I am.
You're not hidden. That's how it works.
All right, so he's right.
He gets disadvantage, but that's
That's
it.
disadvantage. That's how it's always
Yeah,
worked.
no, that's fine.
And he is going to fire his short bow at you 3 times. 10 won't hit. 16 does
Yes.
hit. And nah, that won't hit.
I'm gonna half that one.
Yep. So it's 7 points of piercing damage.
How did I half that?
Snap.
Keep making my way there.
Cool. You can reach the edge of the boat and jump if you're close enough to be able to do that.
I would be able to get there all in one turn.
Yeah, and jump out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the teller's right next to me, right?
Yeah. She's just watching you.
She's just watching.
Try and change your
Thing is, she says no one leaves with them.
money. I just did.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just left with quite a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're worthless outside of this boat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
But
why
she
I'm
prob-
telling him to try and change them up.
Yeah, but she probably won't.
Give it a go.
Um,
They're not shooting you. They're shooting me.
well, it
They're
would have been
very,
nicer to
very
stay,
much distracted.
kind of getting caught up in someone's stupid act.
Who was told to leave the boat?
Me.
Who was in
Him
total?
and anyone that was with him.
He said
at that point.
compatriots,
who-
but they don't fully know who
yeah,
his
so who
compatriots
has been
are.
told? Was it just 2 of you?
4.
The 3 of us.
4.
And Fenrir.
Fenrir
I
as well.
ousted myself.
Unfortunately, you were seen with him the entire
No,
time.
that's what I'm asking about.
so
Yeah, as soon as you start being
Thanks
like,
for telling everyone that, Jordan, because it's not going to hurt me at all. Just to remind everyone that the company I kept has been just evicted off the boat. You know, that's never had any problem in the club whatsoever.
This is exactly why I said we go in groups earlier.
And by a degree of separation, because I've now seen with him and I was seen with you, it's all going to link back around.
actually, you could have just been looking at my awesome playing because I got a 20. I got a 29, I think, minimum.
No, I mean earlier. Like, I actually spoke to you and whatnot and hung out with you before.
Yeah, I was playing music.
But then guests could do that, though. As long as you were seen
Yeah, it's
going
just
onto the boat and hanging out for a long
Happen to
period of
walk
time.
into people and talk
Yes.
to them.
But I'm
Oh.
pretty sure we were seen with chips.
I mean,
we
at the
tried
start,
getting on at the same time.
We were all seen
as
together
well.
anyway.
That's
at
a
the start.
fair point.
Yeah,
Oh.
we
Oh,
did
yeah.
try.
Yeah, you're actually
I'm
good
fucking
point.
You're slightly tainted in the fact
Yeah,
that you
and
got
you
on
were
with
seen
us.
with those 2 at the
But
start.
anyways, because they fucked it up.
All of you have been seen with each other at some point. Someone who's been implicated, you've all been seen with.
I'm going to try and talk my way out of it. If I fail, I'm going to run.
Cool.
Can
And then
these
polymorph.
be changed
Please
up?
make her
Yeah,
use
it's
her-
into creature
someone
and flip.
at least make her use
There you
her
go.
counter spell.
What the fuck?
What?
Bye.
He just gave away his chips.
I've got no need for them. They're worthless outside the boat. They can't be changed up.
Yes, but we have all to self. He just gave away them.
I don't give a shit.
Alton doesn't know this.
No, but
Cool.
I do.
Snap jumped off. Cool. Sasha.
Is anyone coming up to me?
Not at the moment.
He just gave away 400 gold.
Do we still have the original chip?
Yes.
Good.
He
Like,
just gave away 400 gold.
Cool. The mage turns now and looks at you 2 and goes,
But them 2.
yeah,
Alright.
Flint and Sasha. Well, if your companions are leaving, I imagine you are responsible too, no?
Responsible for what?
I'm waiting for the Lord to tell me, but the speed at which people have been leaving, I feel like you should be leaving too.
Did you paint that picture?
No.
It's a shit picture. Do you know about the giant that was found with one of these coins?
No.
I'm going to insight the number.
Go for it.
That's a 2.
That's a 9, not a 2, that's a 9.
Can I do that, seeing as I'm standing next to
Go
him?
for it.
15.
better.
She's difficult to read. It's a very blank expression.
Look as one of those
Oh,
coins.
do you know what? Fuck it, luck point. No. That's a 1. That's a 1.
Look as
I mean-
one of those
I mean,
coins was found
You
near
can, you
the
can,
body.
you can spend as many luck points as you want, I think.
Yeah.
You can just
Yeah,
keep spending luck
you
points.
can chain luck if you want to chain luck.
Let's not faff around with all of them.
I mean, she's hard to read.
Because a coin was found near the body, and you told me they don't leave the ship.
As far as I'm aware, they don't. But if the Lord decides to take stuff off the ship, that's his business, not mine. I just make sure the guests don't remove them.
That's helpful. I better start swimming.
Right, okay.
Cool.
Race you to the bank.
Flint, it's your turn.
And with that, I'm going to... How far away from the door am I?
How far away from the door do you want to be when you came downstairs?
Well, I mean, when I came downstairs, it hadn't yet dawned on me that I'd been seen with everyone.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been like making my way to the door. I'd have been near the buffet table, getting some food.
Okay, so you're over. I mean, the food's a different room, but you're over where the wine is. I
Yeah,
guess,
where
then.
the wine.
Yeah, cool.
That'll
So
make it
you're like
easier.
40 or so feet away from the door.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna go over to the door, as it were,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'll be a little bit short of getting out the building with a movement speed. I think of 30.
Yeah, you have a speed of 30. Yeah.
And will I see? Will be able to at that point see out the door to like the gangplank with the darkness and the night out beyond?
Well, you can see a. You haven't got dark vision, have you?
No.
You can see. I mean, there is a fair amount of light coming out, especially with the door open. You can see sort of 30 feet or so. So you can see Snaps just jumped in the water.
Is there moonlight?
I don't know, to be fair, there's a bit of
And
moonlight
we're
as
on,
well.
we're on a river, so it's generally quite
Yeah.
surprisingly close.
All the archers.
So
Just
yeah,
strip
I
off
mean
the
you
edges,
can see the crossbows, but you can definitely tell they're all pointed in one direction, which is not in the door. And you can see a big ball of darkness.
Killing speed.
I know, right?
I know, it was so tempting.
I was half expecting him to just drop a fireball in the middle of all of them and just take them all out.
It was so tempting to just attack
I
them.
was tempted
Or,
to
you know,
click
they're
the
all-
boulder.
or-
Crazy.
Or they're
What's
all in
basic?
a line if you had your wand.
Your
boat.
I was tempted,
Right?
like,
Basic
when I
is
said
10.
no, I was tempted to be like,
It's 10 plus
No.
your dex.
Oh.
Have you got negative dex?
10. Yeah, 0.
because I could have then gone and got
So
it.
mine is
off the only
12.
guy. Or river.
What was this?
I was tempted to press the boulder button on the boat, but then it would have killed the civilians.
They could have swum.
Whatever.
They'd have swum and we'd
Yeah,
swum off
yeah,
the
I'm
all
just
capture.
fuckers anyway.
I'll use a dash so I can finish my movement.
Cool. So you'll jump off and you'll start
Into
swimming.
the water, yeah.
Cool.
How far from the...
Cannonball!
How far from the edge of the... how far is the middle of the river to the bank?
It's about 125 feet.
Okay, because I'll probably misty step.
Good. So
30
you,
feet out.
yeah, cool.
So
So
I drop
you'll
the
get to
speed.
the edge. Misty
And then I
step
get
30
counter
feet
spell.
out.
As I'm like doing the magical movement.
She's actually.
So does she know what I'm doing?
Does she
Probably
recognise
not.
the spell?
Does
Well,
she
Why
know
on
she's
earth
meant
would
to?
she bother dispelling?
Because it might matter if someone else were to cast a spell and she's the only one that can counter spell.
Yeah, but she can see the direction in which you're facing and knows.
Yeah, it could be a like bon voyage.
Yeah, exactly.
Fireball straight.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
you
mean-
now have to expend the reaction to identify it before you can do anything.
Yeah, that's right. But no, she doesn't counterspell because you don't start turning around.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, maybe I should have just not turned around, moonbeamed as I jumped. And just
Yeah, you don't need
Do
to
you know,
like
when he
whatever
leaves, I'm kind of
afterwards.
expecting him to thunderstep.
I've already
Yeah.
jumped off.
I mean, yeah, so I'm in the water.
That's fine. So you jump off. You,
Yeah,
you
it
fish
was
step 30 feet and you go a little bit further with your swimming. Cool. Guys with the crossbows again.
They've now moved 20 foot down.
Cool. They're still in crossbow range.
Yeah. So they've moved 20 foot down. I've moved 45 foot that way.
How far from you am I?
I mean, it doesn't matter. They're at disadvantage anyway, so they
Yeah.
have their maximum range of like 300 odd feet.
Yeah.
So all 12 of them are shooting at you again.
They just don't like you.
He's the one that pulled the weapon out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's a 17, which is a hit.
That's why they're not shooting everyone
A
else.
16.
That's a hit.
A 13 doesn't hit.
No.
Let's put that. 6 doesn't hit. 6 still doesn't hit. 11 doesn't hit. A 16 does hit.
Sorry, I don't have the orb of the stone. You have that?
No, Sasha has that one.
Oh, Sasha has it. Sorry. Yeah.
That
Alright, so I
doesn't
do
hit.
have the ring.
Wait.
I had the other one, the ingot.
21
ingot
will
of
hit.
skull ring.
Yes, that's the one that you did have.
Yeah, sorry. So I saw the stein here in the chat.
Two
Yeah.
more.
So that was him sending it to me so I could.
16 will
So you
hit.
do have
Yep.
skull. Right, okay.
So I do have skull. I don't have stone.
And an 18 will hit.
I have.
So 6 of them still managed to hit you.
Oh, you
Oh,
have
part of the third
Isn't
one.
actually
had the plus
more-
two
isn't
Third one,
breastplate.
cool.
So,
It's actually more than hit you on when you didn't have the
Yeah.
darkness. Wow.
So how many?
No, 6 both times.
Oh.
So the first 2 do 11 damage. The third one will do 2 damage.
Are you considering the effect?
So that's 16 damage so far. And then that's 7, 14, 16 more damage.
Cool beans. That's happening next.
And
Fine, Steve.
Fenrir, you jumped in the water, so you carry on swimming.
Yeah.
Cool. Alton, with the rest of your swim, you swim away. That's fine. Toldrin, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna be
Just gonna say I'm on 10% hit points.
basically for the rest of the time the
Thank God for
boat's
half
out.
damage.
If I have a magical swimming speed, will I get worn out from swimming?
No.
Well, as in,
If I wanted to follow the boat around until it came back to make sure that the dude didn't get off somewhere else.
you probably you would still, yeah, because you're still doing the swimming.
Okay, how about? Okay, then I'm
Hold
gonna
on to the
go.
bottom of the
I'm
boat.
gonna go under it and
Cool.
hold on to the.
Are you going to attempt to hide first?
Yeah, I was gonna pass without trace
Cool.
and then hide.
So darkness
no, I
goes.
can't. I can't pass without trace and hide.
So
just hide?
Don't hide,
I'll
you're
just try.
under-
I'll just
You're,
try
under,
and
you're
hide.
quite
It's
deep
dark.
underwater.
No,
they
no,
can't
no,
actually see
because
you.
if you
Yeah, I'm also below the surface of the water.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I would try and hide.
if you hide, then next turn cast pass without trace, you have to re-roll your stealth check.
You have to re-hide.
Yeah, because you've got
But you have to take hide action.
20.
Yeah.
no, you still got to take the hide action.
I'd just leave it at that, to be honest.
That's pretty damn good.
I will say roll with advantage considering the circumstances. But
They are all very
25.
distracted by
25.
shooting me.
So I bet, yeah, I'll be alongside
You
the
don't
boat.
need any bolts.
Kind of just outside, so I'm still in the darkness.
It's
so
like
I'm
we already
invisible.
bought a bunch.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of them in
and
me.
Basically, trying to keep an eye on.
Fucking
He's gonna maybe like keep swimming around, kind of like a shark circling.
Are you swimming to the front?
Huh?
You got to swim to the front of the boat
up like 12.
where the captain came from.
We can't Jerry yet, so we
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna swim around, but stay in the darkness.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Inflate you slightly and just.
I
But
mean, you can move out. Oh, you can
I
only
can move 70 feet, but with an action 140.
Cool.
Swim.
So, I mean, with 70 feet.
As
you
long as mobile adds 10 to the swim speed.
can- Yeah, it does.
Yeah, cool.
Because that gives you a swim speed, right?
breathe
And
that
mobile
water
just
as
increases
well.
your speed. So,
Medieval
yeah.
D-Day.
Cool. So 70 feet will shut down the gap quite a lot and get you pretty close. Cool. But you're not at the front yet. That's why
Cool.
come next turn. Cool.
Oh, good that.
Uriel,
Action
you're
search.
eating.
Never mind.
I don't think you can breathe with it as well.
Yeah, I was
No, I
gonna say,
can.
can you breathe it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
real underwater.
I'll just hold on to the underside of the boat.
Because I want to see if he's getting off. Basically, I want to see if it stops somewhere and he gets off, so that we know where he is.
Okay.
Cool.
It's gonna be very tiring swimming on.
The-
It's
How do you
only
swim
6
speed?
seconds.
Sure, you could.
The captain.
Yeah, you're actually faster than the boat.
Yeah.
Frank.
Guys,
The captain knocks another arrow and fires at Alton.
Yeah, I thought
Just
so.
the one this time?
You're still going to fire 3.
Quite far.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage, I think.
But yeah, but how far am I from Alton?
Oh, you? Oh, you're out of protection range.
You're still like 90 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah.
I'm
Oh, he's
on the
like
back.
90 feet gone, you're 40 feet gone, so you still have.
So like, it's Misty Step I think is 30 feet.
Yeah.
And then the remainder of
so that's
my
a 21.
dash action.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
That's a natural one, so that won't hit. And the third one is also a natural one. Interesting.
So I'll half my
I have Revify.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
die,
that-
it's fine.
As long as you
Oh,
roll
you
the
said it
first.
now, you said it now.
He can put me out, but he can't kill
Oh.
me.
You
Shoot me down.
used 2 reactions last time.
No, it's 2
When?
rounds. Because you
So
shot
you
me.
halve the damage from the champion and from the guards. Because you halve the third. You halve the
Champion?
damage from the third attack from one of the guards, and you halve the damage from the champion. The captain earlier on in the fight.
Didn't
That same round.
Wasn't it 2 different turns?
Was that not 2 different
No.
rounds?
So he's just
no,
had
'cause
another.
that's in one turn.
Was that not 2
Different
I
initiative.
thought it was 2
You
different
take an extra
rounds.
2 damage.
3 damage.
2 damage.
Oh, okay. Was it 5 then?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I thought that was 2 different rounds.
No, same round.
Sorry.
But now you're halving this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. That's good. That's 10. That's 14. Would be 16 damage. Is 8 damage.
Cool, I am unconscious.
Cool.
On the beach.
Did you actually make it to the beach then?
I did.
Okay. You're not drowning then.
Yes.
No, I am on land. He lands a bolt to my shoulder.
Everyone else, I guess, just keeps on going. No one notices you're there, Teldrin.
Just keep swimming.
Uriel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna finish off what I'm eating and then go gamble some more.
Do you have any coins left?
Yeah, I've got 4.
At which point,
Unsurreptitiously thrown overboard.
well,
Who's he swimming with? Like,
Hmm?
well, who was he swimming with?
all of us.
I mean,
really.
At what
I
point?
Some of
don't
us
think
have been
we.
with
Me.
for simplicity, I'm pretty certain before Alton dies, you can. Or actually, roll.
He's on land.
No, he's
Teldrin
there.
isn't. Teldrin's back
I'm
in the
following
water.
Oh, you're
Following
following the boat, aren't you? Yeah,
Make
yeah, yeah.
make a death save for me, please.
I think I'm the closest one behind you.
7.
7. I mean, yeah, the rest of you are moving at half
Move and
speed.
dash to swim through the water.
So you
right?
move 30 feet per turn.
And then I can bonus
And
action
you're-
Misty Step.
Can you do this
Just
in the
30
water?
feet.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that in water.
Okay, then yeah, you
Yeah,
can
so
make
that's-
it.
that's-
Would I not go faster? Because base speed of 40, and then I can action dash and the bonus
That's
action
cool. That'll get you
60.
60 feet.
So I could probably get to him first.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then just go for a cure wound.
All I needed was the one roll because it needs to know whether he's going to roll a 1.
Yeah,
Actually, make a second one because I think you'll have 2 turns of death save.
Oh yeah, roll again.
You can't mark the death saves. That's really weird. That's an 8.
Another first.
Cool.
That's fine.
That's a fail, but
At that
someone
point, I
will-
get to the, I
someone
get to the,
will
I
get
get to
there
the
and
thing
cure
and
wound
see
you
all the
before
bolts,
you die.
bolts
Cool.
in you and go, free ammo! Cure wounds.
I'm sure.
Here we
How
are,
do
back
you-
on the boat.
how do
As
you
you go back
overtake
into
30
the
plus
gambling
40?
hall, the
That
teller
makes
comes
sense.
up to you,
And I can
It's
double
like
dash.
40.
uh,
I can action dash, bonus
Because
action
half,
dash.
it's still half movement. in
bends
water,
down
it's
to your
20,
ear
20,
and
20,
whispers,
60, right?
Yeah.
Compared to 70.
I
Oh,
suggest you leave.
One of you does it.
And I would like you to make
Yeah.
a
One of you
wisdom
burn.
save.
Take
I'm just
my
saying,
one.
like, yeah, you can't just.
Plus,
One of you burn a cure wound.
I have
19
marked it
plus
off,
stuff.
take my 1 plus
19.
3.
Okay, fair enough.
So 4 points of healing.
I swear to God, I'm used to
Mm.
it. It is on mute.
I mean, it's better for you if you just if
Yeah,
you choose to
system
leave
sounds.
as opposed to
You
get
can
thrown
visibly
off.
see there's an X.
Why?
Because the people you came in with have caused problems for the Lord, and all of you are therefore required to leave.
I
Naturally.
wasn't actually with them. I met them in a pub in
what's that? The
town.
third save.
And they said there
We
was
don't
a
care.
bloke in.
Naturally.
Leave.
Can I change my money up then? Because I spent
No.
quite a lot.
Leave. You should choose your friends better.
Oh man,
We're
is
not
it gonna
friends.
die again?
But
Huh?
okay.
Maybe we could have a third death
yes.
for George.
Which way is the out?
She just points at the door, and you
Okay.
jump off and leave. Cool. Dildrin, everyone else will meet up on the bank, whatever. I would like you to make a Constitution Athletics check.
I said, would this wear me out?
I
said-
eventually, it's going for a really. The ship isn't landing anytime soon.
Okay, well, when I then in that case I will go under it and hold on.
Cool. Yeah.
But then if I feel it's slowing down or anything, I will come out and
Cool.
see what's going on.
This lets you breathe as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. You hang on. It doesn't slow down. It just keeps going.
Mhm.
There's a little bit of ruckus still on the boat. Then the door gets shut. It gets calmed down a bit. The rest of you just going to sort of camp out on the bank.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, no, fuck that shit. I'm
Taking stuff up the
back
bag
to
again
back
for
to
me.
town.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
that's
not saying
Oh,
back
exactly
to
what I
fuck,
was
you've still got
going
my
to
fucking bag! Ah!
It's fine. I've got gold. We'll go back to town.
I do get my gear
Wait.
off you though.
Yeah, I'll give you back your stuff.
Which
So I'm-
bag?
Good.
You do know from when
The
you've
one
been
with
here
lots of stuff
before, the gates are
Because-
locked at night.
I was 4, went off.
What
We
do
have
you say?
nowhere else to go, and we're just as safe sitting in the town gates as we are here.
I can get
Probably
used to.
more
I can
so.
probably get used to it.
/ someone might have Misty Step. And they're guards, they're primable.
No, someone's paying
Good
more.
luck. I mean, I'm going to camp out.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'd rather camp near the gates, to be honest.
What in a
But then
town
remember
that
the
we're
guard,
going to be?
We have been threatened by
exiled
the
from?
people. Yeah.
He said, if you don't leave, I'll get you banned. We left.
No,
They shot you, dude,
He's
until you
probably
became
still in it.
unconscious.
He
He
said
said
if
he
you
drew a
leave,
weapon
I'll
though
do
on
it.
the ship.
Or it said I'm going to do it.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said I'm going to if you don't leave. Those were his exact words.
Yeah. And we left.
He probably still will. 'Cause he's
Yeah,
just being a
but-
No,
dickhead.
no,
ask
no. I mean,
again.
he seems to be a man of his word from his actions. He seems to be a
Oh.
man of honor.
So who's
dubiously.
staying on the bank?
I don't have any armor or
Next
anything.
to the
I'd
bank,
rather
probably
stay
not.
on the
Okay.
bank.
But no,
I
not next to
wonder
the
where
bank,
the
but just
hell
slightly
he is.
further
Yeah,
away.
yeah. As
from
in,
the
you're
bank.
staying pretty much where you are. You're not making a journey
Yeah.
back to town.
I am.
Cool.
Fine, I'll stay.
Cool. You are going to hold on to the bottom of the boat.
Yeah.
The boat goes all night long.
Okay.
I do want you to just make one con save for me.
Nat 20.
18.
18, cool.
19.
Whatever.
18. 19. It is not. No,
Pick
18.
a number!
18 because I've got the manta ray cloak on, not the cloak
18.5.
protection.
Yeah. It is exhausting. You end up having been awake for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
You are, but you fight off the exhaustion, helped by the fact, I mean, you can sort of semi-doze underneath the, actually, depending on what's under, you potentially could actually generally sleep.
Yeah, just tie, as long as you can
You
tie
could- so you
yourself
could-
on, you're fine.
meditating. You can just literally go to sleep while holding on to it. meditate.
The boat doesn't slow down at any point.
Okay.
The whole night it goes in, and it about 6 hours in, it turns around and starts going back to Yartar.
Okay.
And it's set to pull into the docks just as dawn breaks.
Okay.
Do you let go at any point?
I will go out, kind of have a look. Like when when it's getting relatively close, where I could get a good view, but also have like maybe a good position where they can't really see me that well.
Mm-hmm.
I will just stop and watch basically,
Okay.
and see if he gets off and where he goes and what goes.
I mean, the docks are like in the city, so you're just going to be treading water in.
Under a dock.
Yeah, like they're not at the edge of the city.
Okay, but it hasn't stopped.
No, he didn't stop at all.
Okay, well then I'll go back to.
It's been for another 2 to 3 hours to catch up with us.
You just start swimming back downstream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. And eventually you will meet up with these guys who have finished and had
In theory,
themselves.
we'll have a bonfire and you can see us.
Yeah.
You said that the boat, after we jumped off, it continued going for another 6 hours
No, 6
and
hours.
turned around,
So it turned around after 6 hours.
So do I get there during
Wait,
one of their
total
watches?
which would have meant that surely, if someone was on watch, they would have seen the boat coming back.
Yeah.
Someone watching would have seen the boat coming back. Yeah. But you guys were, you were a bit of distance out from the city at the point you got kicked off.
So I get back during one of their watches, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you keep going all the way to the city, and
It'd be about morning.
Well, I mean,
Even if you get off at the city and swim back, you're still going to hit us during
well,
a
I'm getting
watch
back
of
before
some.
the city, like
It-
when it's basically
going to
clearly
hit-
just going back there and not stopping anywhere else.
You're
I
going to
will
hit us
just
during a
break
watch
away.
regardless of.
oh
when
yeah,
you leave.
you're done like in the last like 2 hours of someone's watch. The last like hour of someone's watch, you will rock up. And
Who's on last watch?
Hello.
there we go.
I was going to say me because I'm fucked, so I definitely would have slept first.
I've already said it now.
But yeah. That's fine.
Cool.
Oh.
So you guys are all grouped up.
Yeah.
You want to have a discussion now, or do we leave it till next week?
No, all I want to
Next
do is
week.
wordlessly go up to him and just
Oh,
pick my bag
well,
up.
you're asleep. I was gonna just.
No,
leave
no,
it by
no.
your head.
Come the morning. Oh, okay. Fair.
You wake up and it's
bag.
next to you.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from?
Can't imagine.
Yay!
I was making sure
Sorry,
no
really
one got off
misspent
the
youth.
boat anywhere else,
Really misspent youth.
because I feel like we need to know where he is, and need to get him alone.
Yeah, I think we all think that.
Or you could
We
either
probably should have
storm the boat
planned
and
it.
sail
He's
by here
definitely
again.
still on the boat unless he magically went away, and that is just pulled up in Yartar.
We could just take the boat tomorrow when it gets to this point.
The boat passes twice. The Teldrin can disguise himself and re-enter town at any time, or swim in disguised.
The teller.
It's not going to
Clearly-
be dispelling magic on everyone trying to
She's
enter the
clearly
boat.
magical. Wouldn't put it past her to have something up
I'm like
now.
90%
I'm honestly
sure she
amazed
tried
they
to-
don't have some sort of
I assume
anti-magic
she
field
tried
over the whole boat, to be
to
honest.
They
suggest what
might
control
do
she was
now.
having.
Ridiculously
What,
expensive.
did I know what spell she was trying to
Yeah,
cast?
the guy's
on
running
her?
a fucking bank
Just cast it to
casino.
spell
Why
magic.
wouldn't
It's
that
not.
be?
We haven't
Make
had a
a,
event casino, and no, like the whole.
It's Arcana, isn't it?
Arcana
Yeah,
check.
Arcana check.
We can throw anti-magic
25.
fields on everything.
Oh,
Like,
Fine.
Hey,
there's,
yeah,
there's
you'll
only
cast
the
it,
anti-magic
you
field spell that lasts that long.
I've got plus
Richie
11
enough.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Show me one that
I
lasts that
14.
long.
I'm gonna get
Isn't
it.
so
Oh,
bad.
wait, no, plus 11. Yeah,
to
no,
be
no.
honest.
I don't think it's something you can just buy.
Exactly.
But what?
A big anti-magic boat.
Oh right.
No, but we could buy him.
With
What?
all of these worthless chips we now have.
You pay someone and they do something,
Who-
and
wait,
then
who-
suddenly you end up with a person in chains with a bag on their head in a
This
mill
was
outside of a
just
town.
Oh, you're talking
I was
about
so close.
that.
Kidnap. I'm talking
No
about
idea.
kidnap.
I'm not familiar with the process.
I am very familiar with this.
Should we discuss this?
We can discuss this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
expensive, but
I'm
it's
gonna
efficient.
say we call it there, and you guys spend a week talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
2
3 weeks talking about.
No,
fucking-
no.
3
you
days.
spend
Few
you
days.
spend tomorrow
Oh God, yes.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or half a day tomorrow.
So.
Oh
yeah.
God.
I suggest you make it productive.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Go find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Please do donate money for us to the fundraiser because it is for a fantastic cause, and we really want to beat our record of last year, and we currently haven't raised very much. It's not going very well. But hopefully it'll go better.
I'm matching backs half at the moment, so go for it.
There we go. But yeah, cool.
Oh,
We will
okay,
see you in the next video. Goodbye.